For $1 bill, people will do anything. They'll rob and steal for $1 bill. Anyway. Yay. Just gonna sit back and let the beat ride a little bit. Let a motherfucker hear what it's supposed to sound like, you dig? Yeah, I'm from around the way. I slung about an ounce a day. I'm living proof you ain't got no excuse. If it was there, it ain't shit to lose. Them older cats with chunkin' nigga fronts. We'd rock it up and smoke that shit in blunts. For tennis shoes, we was getting fools. We caught you slipping, we would get at you. With no respect, fuck a nigga set. We shot it up and murder disconnects. What's yours is mine for $1 sign. I blame the grind, I was out of line. I'm reminiscing on what niggas did. For big rewards, you took a bigger risk. They say what comes around will go around. And when you least expect this shit be going down.
Gotta get it how I live. That's how the streets raise me. And for that paper, most niggas do anything. A solid dude, so that's how I move. I'm a street baby, not trying to lose, so I gotta do anything.
They called it murder in the first degree. And it was then that it occurred to me. This was some inside shit. That was your friend got hit, huh? They knew all about the stash spot. Knew where the money was and cashed out. You got the nerve to act like you don't know. When all the while you steady getting more. Just remember, dude, we watching you. I spent your life the day they shot at you. Cause if I didn't, they was coming back to finish off your ass. You were walking dead, it's a fact. You slimy niggas play the game wrong. Get blocked, can't do their time, so they sing songs. I turn the game on. Watch the Knicks play. I sent them shotters at your ass, cause you bitch made. Nigga.
Gotta get it how I live. That's how the streets raise me. And for that paper, most niggas do anything. A solid dude, so that's how I move. I'm a street baby, not trying to lose, so I gotta do anything.
Real nigga in your presence. Money couldn't change me, past or the present. Homie, I'm the essence. Told Smith & Wesson. Eyes hella tiny in the hood is where you find me. Out here with the grind. Bitches wanna come up. Niggas slinging snow packs. Nose running from them. Let you get your mind right. Homie on that weed though. Baby on the molly wops. Blinded by the weed smoke. We come from them streets, ho. I stay on that ignorant shit. Ain't nothing about me weak, ho. Always game to stomp a bitch and stomp a bitch and stomp a bitch. Got a super boxing game, so I prefer to punch a bitch. Mission accomplished. Put me up against whatever I am busting it. A nigga's born hustling and tussling. And struggling and muscling. Just making you aware who you fucking with.
What you want to do is save hundreds with Liberty Mutual.
Well, that sucks. How y'all doing this evening? Some fights on, so, you know, your girl a little late. Let me make sure this is muted. It's been a minute. I've been back on the road. I hope y'all been all right. I hope everybody been all right. How y'all doing? How y'all been? How y'all doing? BVO, I'm sure you're gone. BVO came in when the fights were still on. But hey, BVO, salute to you. And Kamara the Stepping Razor, how you doing, family? How you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well. 2 cents, my brother. I hope it ain't gotten too cold for you. You can still get a little worse. I hope everybody's doing all right this evening. Look, this card was just on. Let me just start there. Let me start here. If y'all didn't watch this was on YouTube. Box Lab Promotions has a channel. Um, like I said, it just completed some pretty dang decent fights on there. The ones that I was really looking for was Gabriela Tellez, who is Reina Tellez's sister. The Reina Tellez being the lady who just fought Amanda Serrano last minute. Um, that one ended short, like a first round stoppage. Actually, the girl quit on her stool. Um, Denier Pero, heavyweight, has a brother named Lanier. He's the baby brother, but yeah, he's a fighter for Bob Santos. Pretty dang good fights, man. And the main card was Alex Bray, which is the reason why I was watching it. Because Alex Bray is a fighter of Stacy McKinley. He did pretty well. A lot of sitting around and waiting, but it's all good. He's young. I think that was his 11th pro fight. He's 19 years old, and he has an older brother that boxes as well. But I think he'll get a little bit better. He was just a little bit too patient. It is what it is. He'll get better. Usually he's been stopping his opponents, but Correa was a little tough. So it is what it is. But yeah, I hope everybody's been okay. Okay. Let me get rid of this because this tends to come on later on this restream. Where do I want to start, y'all? There's been so much going on just the past couple of days, past couple of weeks. I'm not gonna go back weeks, obviously. We going forward. We gonna do the fights coming up this weekend. But there is a lot of boxing news that I would love to talk about. And some funny stuff that I would like to point out. Let me see here. Let me start here and do a screen share with you guys. Because recently, well, was this 2 days ago or so? And I know some people won't care, but I thought it was interesting and hilarious at the same time. We have the return of one Jen Sasaki, man. Jen Sasaki, who was stopped by Brian Norman last year. And he returned. He's fought a gentleman by the name of Marlon Pagal Palan. Okay, yeah, say that twice. But he got a second round stoppage. And, again, it was a little interesting. Let me see if I can share this footage with you guys. Let me make it big here. Share screen. Funny thing about this was that he's picked up some mannerisms, we'll just say. How about that? Yeah, let's just say that. Let's show this here. Second round stoppage. Palau Pagan was teeing off on him. And yeah. Nothing new from Jen, because again, this is the same fighter. Same fighter Brian beat up. Irresponsible. I don't think they showed it here, but okay. So the funny thing was, in the end, he did what Brian did to him, because uh, he bowed to him, and I just thought it was funny because he was saying during the fight how Jen was copying him. Clearly, that's still a thing. That's still a thing. He was just sitting there getting teed off on 2 Cent, but the Palau Pagan, he's the same. Both um, defensively irresponsible. We'll just say that. In other news, yes, finally we get word. Uh, Janet Beck has been suspended officially. Apparently, I'm going to assume that they've taken both of his belts. I'm only seeing that the WBO belt has been taken from him. But it sure took a long time for this news to come out. It looks like Denzel Bentley and Indri Saavedra will be competing for the interim WBO title. Again, I have no idea why it took so long for them to say anything about this. Again, the IBF, I would think, would have stripped him. I'm not seeing any news of that happening. Maybe it'll come out in the next couple of days or so. But yeah. Shout out to the WBO, though, for getting him up out of here, even though it took a long time. No drug cheats. No drug cheats. Next little bit of news. This one's this is fresh, but I'm sure you guys have gotten wind. And I'll be more than glad to share it because I think it's a little hilarious. Let me find my clippage. Let me find my clippage. Hold up. Bookmarks. Okay. So, share the screen again. Well, first of all, let me just go here and say this. So yes, you guys, Conor Benn has been signed to Zuffa. This man, hey, how you doing? Just do boxing. Welcome in, great brother. The man has left Eddie Hearns. Excuse me, I don't know why my voice faltered because it ain't nothing to me. Ain't no skin off my back, but very interesting turn of events here. Yeah, poor Eddie, I guess. Let me share this screen again. Okay. I see what you're saying. Hold up. Here we go. Yeah. Just out of the blue. I don't know whether to shout dude out or I don't know what to say for this. Boy, I tell you. Dirty work. But hey, we talking about promotion, right? We're talking about boxing. So let me share this with you guys. This is Eddie's response to the sudden departure of, I thought it was his man. This a one fight deal? You know what? Okay, we're going to listen to this because I don't know that Eddie knows that. And I don't even know that Eddie's still okay with that. Yeah, he's not happy, you guys. I think it's a little funny myself, but hey, let's go.
Here's Kugan Cassius for IFL TV.
You had to come, didn't you?
Yeah, well, look.
Shout out to IFL TV. Yeah, I might want to get a little picture up here and not just be playing their stuff, huh? Yeah.
But there's not many.
You had to come for the exclusive. You know what I thought? I thought, do I do this on Matchroom social and get massive numbers, or do I do it with you? And I just felt like if I do it with Matchroom, it's just not those three famous letters, is it? Raw. It's just a little bit too corporate. So, I'll give it to you. I've had Parsons on. I've had every national media outlet on, and I give it to you. Should be on a cut of this.
This is one of these things where I do appreciate actually our relationship. I really do.
Just real quick, why do British people be sounding like they slobbering about their mouth? It's disgusting. Here we go.
There's not many moments in boxing where I'm stunned. I'm kind of used to just being expect the unexpected, but tonight has blown my mind. It has. So yeah, this is for people that don't know what's happened. A post went out a couple of hours ago where Conor Benn, who you've had from day dot, has signed a promotional deal with Zuffa Boxing. So, I mean, I'll give you the floor to kind of give us a bit of context around this because, yeah, this is insane.
Yeah, no, look, I've known about this for a few days now, what was unfolding. I actually received an email from Conor Benn's lawyer to make me aware of it. That I'm not going to sit here and hang Conor Benn out to dry. But I've got to be honest with you, me personally, pretty devastated. Like, I've had a few days to digest what might happen. So maybe this interview is different to what it would have been a couple of days ago. And like you, it's not often you get shocked. And I blame myself. I blame myself because I forgot it was boxing, and I was like, I just felt that the loyalty that we've shown would never ever put us in this position. And I just felt that I never really needed to push Conor Benn to sign a new contract previously. And I probably could have got him to sign a new contract previously. But like I said, I blame myself. I made a mistake because I misjudged the character. And again, I'm not going to hang him out to dry. And he will say, well, it was a big offer, right? But, when I received the email from his lawyer, I texted him and said, I think we should have a call. I think for everything I've done for you, I think I deserve a call. And he said no. And I was like, man, fuck.
Now, see, Just, that's what I'm talking about. Does that sound like a man? I don't know. Maybe they've talked since this came out 5 hours ago. So, I don't know if you've seen something since then, but the man didn't even call him and he didn't even want to talk after the news broke. That's some cold-bloodish. Because we know if Eddie was not for anybody, Eddie was for Conor Benn. Right? Cold world, y'all. Cold world. Let's keep pushing. See what he got to say. He's devastated.
I can't believe it. And, I don't know what to say other than I just, felt that everything that we gave him, the loyalty that we gave him, the support we gave him would be enough to talk it through or just, get close to a number but it wasn't really the interest. So very, very surprising, very, very painful. But just another moment in life that you live and learn from. I don't really know what to say, really.
Just for
exactly
transparency. Obviously, I was in text conversation with Conor Benn shortly a little while ago, and he did say one thing, which I'll say to you, that he wanted you still to be involved in his career. So could you make a comment on that?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, look, I think it's look, time is a healer, isn't it? I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to sit here. I've read all the comments. I think I've never been so popular for a few hours, but it's not. Ultimately, everyone's different, and everyone. I've had.
No way, I just got it. God dang! Wait a minute. You didn't want to talk to the man. That's cold. Conor Benn. You want to talk about some snakes? We want to talk about some snakes, KB. You behind this man's back, you signed to another promotional company. When he called you about it, you didn't want to talk to him, but you talked to this dude interviewing him and told him that you would still like to work with him. That's cold-blooded. That's crazy. I wouldn't do it if I was Eddie. I wouldn't do it. I think I'd have to say, Conor Ben could take a hike. You gonna leave me like that?
I had a couple of texts.
Wow.
Because he texted me just after the announcement. And I replied. And, we had a few back and forths. But, you either feel like you've done nothing wrong or like I say, everyone's different, I mean, I've had dozens of messages from people in boxing, just like, are you having a laugh? Like, but, like I said, everyone's
not
different.
that Conor Ben is that dude, but
I'm not even going to go like too deep on it because I could do, but it's
exactly.
I don't know. It feels a little bit of a wasted few years because I gave a lot. You know how hard I fought. When no one believed him, no one backed him. I did. I believed him and I backed him, and I never gave in. When he was done out, loaned him hundreds of thousands of pounds. You're trying to get off.
All right. Commercial, excuse me for that, because I still won't have no premium.
On we go.
Can you still work with him?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think who knows what the agreement is. Like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and I had some very choice words with his manager, Keith Connolly. The old Keithy baby does it again.
Keith Connolly being the same manager as Richardson Hitchens and Teofimo Lopez. And we know Richardson had recently left Matchroom, but has since returned. So him saying that has got me a little curious. Is it Keith Connolly doing this? Is he telling these dudes to strike out and, walk away from Eddie? Or maybe it doesn't make him any difference, seeing as how Richardson Hitchens went back. And if what Justice is saying it's only one fight, maybe not, but ooh, juicy.
And Connor's, I don't know, sometimes you live in that world and you just lose your head a little bit, you just kind of lose an understanding of reality and what's right and wrong. And I just feel that the way that it was done was very, very wrong. But that's just my opinion. And here he might say, yeah, but it was a lot of money. It was, but like I said, everyone's different, aren't they?
You couldn't at least call the man.
Some people, loyalty really matters. Other people, maybe not so.
So your understanding of what that financial deal was for Conor?
Me too.
I'm sure you have a rough figure of what it was. Is there any way that you could have countered it or kind of got close to where that was?
I mean, we replied. We actually part of the deal. I think we would have got quite close to it, but I think by then it was just the way that it played out. It was like to receive an email from the lawyer and then to ask for a call and not get, the willingness to have a call. I think by then it was just like you kind of lose a little bit of your soul to it. Do you know what I mean? Where it's like, wow, I really lost a lot of my soul during that 2-year period. Do you know what I mean? It was pretty brutal. And I'm like, so at the moment it's just digesting it,
And what's crazy, is the fact that Eddie stuck with him during all that egg bullshit. I mean, he went to bat for that man, got him a fight over here in the States. That's some cold-blooded shit right there. I don't think I could see myself working with Conor Benn again. If you would just walk away from me like that. And maybe it is Keith Connolly because it's the only reoccurring theme between him and Richardson Hitchens, right? And both of them, well, again, Hitchens has returned, but both of them walking away with nothing. And even if the guy did offer you a whole bunch of money, if Dana offered the biggest bag ever, now mind you, didn't he and Eubank just make some pretty damn good money on them on the fight? They said he went out and bought a Bentley. Like he made money. So what the hell is Dana offering these dudes? Because I also saw somewhere else where fighters are saying like Dana's blowing people's phones up with these offers, offers you can't refuse type. Some guys are refusing it, obviously, but what the hell could he have offered him to make you walk away from somebody just like that without at least just saying, hey man, Dana reached out to me and I'm having thoughts. He offered me this much amount. Give them the opportunity to counter that offer or something. Like shit is crazy to me.
It's like, yeah, it's a little bit numb. But right now, there's a lot I could say. But we'll keep it classy.
All right, well, look, we're not going to take too much of your time, but a cynic would say that the timing of your back and forth with Dana White in the last few days.
Yeah, no, it was kind of this was kind of before that, if I'm honest. But definitely a part of the reason. I mean, Conor's been used as a pawn in that respect, and that's just the business. And he will say, yeah. I mean, like, I'd see from his response, I don't think he feels like he's done anything wrong, really. So that's him as a person, like, and I don't, like I say, each to their own. It's a bit of a different situation, what we've done, if I'm honest. But yeah, like, I don't think this has got nothing to do with my comments yesterday, because this was days before that. But it's all part of the game, and obviously Turkey, Dana, all that kind of stuff. But like I said to you, this is going to be a long war. But there's certain, like I said, I blame myself. I got the character wrong. I took the loyalty for granted because of what I did. And I shouldn't have done that. And I've made that mistake before in boxing, but I just didn't expect it from Conor Benn.
See, something I've said about Eddie is that he is a nationalist, right? He's for and I don't have a problem with that. He is for the people of his nation, right? Just like we are for Americans. You can tell he was for Conor in that sense. And he definitely has been loyal to that, to Conor. And for him to say that Conor act like he don't got no issue, no qualm, like that's some cold-blooded shit. And this is the type of shit that makes possibly somebody like Eddie really be an asshole in the end. You know what I mean? Really end up being kind of cold to the people he's working for, because the reality is, again, who the hell pays for these fights, y'all? It ain't the fighters. He goes to bat for you. He's footing the bill, or he's working with someone, as in Turkey, who's footing the bill. He ain't the first person I've heard say that they lend these fighters money. Now, yeah, it's his job to probably secure him fights and stuff, but thousands of dollars, and who knows if he's paid that back. Maybe you don't even have an issue with that shit, but it's cold-blooded.
So, yeah, like I said, maybe he's not quite the person I thought he was. I don't know. Maybe we'll talk in the future, but what can I say?
I don't know if this is a fair comment to make or not, but after Joshua, would you say that within the Matchroom stable that Conor Benn was your kind of second most valuable asset to Matchroom?
Yeah, I mean, I think as in the noise that he creates, you know, he's a good fighter. Of course he is. You know, that obviously
That's subjective.
we've got a number of fighters that are world champions and unified champions.
Exactly.
But, you know, Joshua, you can't mention those two in the same name.
No, because
For many,
Joshua's
many
in what, y'all?
But
a lifetime
Joshua's a different
contract.
breed, class, and loyalty. And, you know, yeah,
Hey, Hen
Joshua's
Dog.
one
How
of a
you
kind.
doing?
Joshua is someone that even if I made the mistake
Okay.
of trusting that loyalty, it would never be a mistake with him because he's cut from a different cloth. But there we go. That's life.
That's enough for that. Let's be real. Anthony Joshua ain't going no damn where because of that damn contract he's in. He can't go nowhere. But yeah, there's that. How you doing, Hen Dog? How you doing? Look, on the brighter side, yeah. Matchroom has signed a new 5-year deal with DAZN, so they will be on 5 more years. Look who's right there. To Eddie's right there, up there, above Bam. But you want to scratch that motherfucker's name and his face out that poster now, don't you? Yeah. Barrios 10th round. Okay. I'm working my way to that, sir. I'm working my way to that. We've just been doing a little bit of news. Actually, I think I will go ahead and start on a little bit of these cards. And I'm not gonna do like I usually do and go all in. Because it's just like I said, it's just so much. But the next card, or the card, I should say, because I haven't talked about any yet. Well, yeah, I did. I talked about one that came on tonight. Again, Box Labs had a fight on tonight. You can find that here on YouTube. The headlining fight was Alex Bray versus Coria. So go check that out. Alex Bray is now 11-0. Shout out to him and shout out to Stacey McKinley. By the way, Stacey McKinley, yes, was in T.O.'s corner that night, y'all, and they did him so dirty. But I'm kind of glad that he did not get any attention from that fight because I sure wouldn't want any blame to be placed on Stacey when I know T.O. did not do what they trained to do. T.O. didn't do shit, but that's another story for another day. Josh Warrington and Lee Wood, round 2, y'all. Round 2. In this fight, I absolutely have Lee Wood again. I could have swore Josh retired after this fight. And I could have swore Lee Wood retired after Anthony Kakashi beat his ass. But hey, here we are, right? Here we are. On that card that I'm looking at, they have some good ladies fights on there. You got Sandy Ryan. She's going to be fighting Carla Ramos Zamora. Sandy Ryan is 8-3-1. I'm sure you guys remember her getting a beat down from Michaela Mayer. You know, the first fight, maybe more competitive. Second fight, Michaela just came and just whooped her tail. And she came back since then. Sandy did. She fought a lady named Jade Grierson. And she put the beats on Jade. And so bad that when she finished whooping her ass, she did push-ups in the middle of the ring. Shout out to Sandy Ryan. Carla is 12-10-2. Not really familiar with her. I know I've seen her face, so therefore I know I've seen her fight, but like I said, I've been on the road all week. I didn't study much of Carla to know for sure exactly what she got going on. But either way, I'm going to call that for Sandy because I know she's on the mission to get back. I do believe this is also, she's went down a division. She's now going to be fighting for the WBC World Super Light, and that is a vacant belt. So shout out to those ladies. The other female fights that are on there briefly is the new girl that a lot of the UK women are vouching for. This TMI Aiton. She's 4-0. She's nice. Um, Damn, she's sharp. She's sharp. She's fast. She's good defensively as far as her feet and rolling, slipping shots. She's getting out of getting out of dodge. Getting off the line. I like her. I like Tia from so far from what I've seen her. She's going to be fighting one Catherine Tacone Ramos. She's 9-3-1. And then we have another prospect by the name of Molly Meatball McCann. And I don't know what the fuck is up with that name. But hey, Molly McCann, she's 2-0. She's fighting Beta Dudek. Yeah. Beta is 7-8-0. Molly, I believe, was a mixed martial artist before. She's a little bit older. She's 35. She can bang though, so I'm looking forward to that. David Allen is returning on that card. He's fighting Kareem Barrios, and Leo Atang will be on this card again as well. I know he just fought a couple of months ago. That is their heavyweight prospect, aside from Moses Atoma, right? Atang is pretty nice. I would like to see him fight Joshua. Yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. He's fighting a Dan Garber who's 11-6-0. So the next one, yeah. Now this, I'm skipping a day ahead because I'm gonna save the bigger card for last, right? The ladies, we got a fight that we didn't ask for, but I shall not complain. We got Clarissa Shields. She will be rematching one Franchon Cruz Dezern. Let me pull up all this lovely information for these ladies. Of course, this is going to be for all the marbles, the heavyweight women's titles. Clarissa is the undisputed champion currently. She's 17-0. Franchon Cruz Dezern is 10-2. I think the last time they fought was 2016, and it was both of their debuts. Yes, 2016. It was these ladies' debuts. Clearly, in this fight, I have Clarissa winning. I think the lead up has been lackluster for me, for the simple fact that Franchon, she's too goddamn nice. And I feel like Clarissa's been playing her. Clarissa kind of punks a little bit, but then she kind of smiles in her face. There was at one particular point, I think, when Franchon let it be known she's coming to whoop her ass, and I really felt it. Other than that, it's been pretty damn nicey nice. I don't like it. Franchon, I'm not even a fan of her style. Another barroom brawler, wild, looping shots. And a lot of times she looks to be out of shape, winded. She did go up in weight. I know a lot of you guys say that's what you wanted, right? Yeah, these girls got to go up to Clarissa. Well, she did that. And I think that's not going to be a good look. But hey, she has the reach. If she could just stay mid, right down that center, I think she could catch Clarissa. She does have power. I say that as you see, she only has 2 KOs. Clarissa has 3. Clarissa has technique though, and Clarissa could very well also attempt to knock Franchon out. Mind you, neither one of these ladies have been stopped. So, hey, Murd 15, how are you doing? Blessings to you. Blessings. Welcome in. So on that card, Salida Promotions. Of course, it's gonna be at Little Caesars Palace. Y'all know how she get down. Flint, Michigan. Um, a lady who she just beat a couple of fights back. One Danielle Perkins. Um, and she will be taking on the Australian Shay Keneally. Shay Keneally being 5-0, and Danielle Perkins being 5-1 now because Clarissa dog walked her. Danielle didn't even throw nothing in that fight. Very upsetting fight. Um, During the lead up to that fight, Shay showed up to that camp. Actually, she showed up to the camp for Lonnie Daniels. And there's video out there of Clarissa catching wind that this woman's checking her out and, confronting her. Shay can fight, y'all. And Shay wants the fight with Clarissa. Clarissa has absolutely mentioned fighting Shay. Am I crazy about Clarissa fighting another woman who's 5-0? No. Nope, I'm not. But with that being said, again, there's not a lot of women in the women's heavyweight division. Shay is a legit heavy. She's 6 foot. She got a 73-inch reach. Let me see what Danielle's working with. She's a big girl too. She's 6 foot, 72-inch reach. Danielle actually has a very good freaking left. That she never, well, she let it go on Clarissa like in the 11th round, right? And it stumbled Clarissa, and it was literally right before the bell. She gonna have to work that thing. She gonna have to work something. She gonna have to do something. And if you guys can recall correctly, Danielle is I believe she was ran over by a car. She's a former basketball player, but there's something wrong with her legs, right? She still can box, but Shay, there's nothing wrong with Shay. I want to say Shay maybe she doesn't really have that great of an amateur background. She's 8-6 in the amateurs. Trying to see. No, I thought she was an Olympian, but no, she's not. But she can fight. She's pretty darn nimble for a big girl, and she seems to have some good power. She only has 2 KOs as well, but she only has 5 fights, right? Yeah, you got the goal. Of course you do. I don't think it would be right if any of us chose anyone else. But hey, somebody might got Franchon. I'm not mad. I think I said it before. I would like to see Franchon at least hurt her. At least. But the skill level ain't there. I ain't gonna worry about it. Claire's about to whoop her ass. She be fighting like yes! Some thick ass water. It's slow and she fight like she's drunk. Barroom brawler. T Hill, baby. How you doing? How you doing, Thomas? Welcome in. I hope you are well. Also on that card, and Boosie is walking out Clarissa. I'm looking forward to that. Also on that card, you got Samantha Worthington. She's gonna be fighting one Edith Soledad Matisse, and that will be for the WBA. The interim super lightweight interim, right? Who else we got on there that I'm kind of looking at? Price Taylor, he's a heavyweight. I really had high hopes for Price. He's not a bad fighter, but he's a heavyweight. Yeah, he's American. We want to see American heavies do something, but I just don't think he's not a bad fighter. He's only 10-0. And he's fighting a guy named James Evans, and James is 9-2-1. But yeah, he's a Salida fighter. Take that for what it's worth. I say that saying I almost feel a little bad saying that because there's a gentleman who just signed to Salida, and he signed last month. That is Oteef Overton. He's 14-0. He's going to be fighting for the WBC USA light heavyweight title. He's fighting a gentleman by the name of Joseph George, who's 13-1-0. So both 14 fights. I like Otif. Otif. I like Atif. He's been on all kinds of different platforms that I've seen him on, but maybe this will be a way for him to kind of make some waves in the game. I've seen an interview where he's absolutely he's trying to get his foot in the door. He's in with this WBC USA title. You know, he's striving. He's trying to get at least to the point of interim and to become a champion. I forgot the gentleman who he called out. It is a Eddie Hearn fighter, of course. Geez, what is homeboy's name? Y'all gotta forgive me. Uh, who's that? Who's that guy? Because I can't stand him, and his name is on the tip of my flipping tongue. Jesus Christ! Because he thinks he's Emmanuel Augustus. I don't like him, but he called him out. He would like to fight him, and I would like to see that as well. Light heavy. I'm not seeing him, but I know he's Ben Whitaker, y'all. Ben Whitaker. And I know a lot of people like Ben, but I'm just not. I'm still not sold. I think Atif will beat his ass, and I would love to see that. So shout out to Atif. He will be on that card as well. Let me see. Okay. I'll go ahead and get to the main. I'll go ahead and get to the main thing. I got a lot of pictures on here because, like I said, there's a lot of news. Yeah, I don't know where all my Barrios Garcia pictures are, though. Here we go. Hey. So I think the fight, some of us are really looking forward to. Some of us kind of don't give a shit about Barrios. Definitely don't care about Ryan Garcia. Probably more into some of these undercard fights for show. Mario Barrios versus Ryan Garcia. It's gonna be Saturday, T-Mobile Arena, Vegas, baby. And yes, Hen Dog, it was Ben Whitaker. He wants to put them things on Ben Whitaker, and I'm for that. I'm all for that. So I'll start towards the bottom there with Bektamir, Melikuziev, and Sina Agbeko. I've never been a big fan of Beck. I kind of feel like he's there, but I can't front. Bektamir is not a bad fighter. He's 16-1-0. And again, yeah, he'll be facing Sina at Beko 29-4-0. I kind of feel like Sina at this point is a journeyman. I do believe he stopped the last gentleman yet. He fought a Pierre Williams November of 2024. That's not good. The last person Beck fought, I believe, was Darius Fulgham. Yeah, and that went all 12. That was unanimous decision. That was an all right fight. A lot of people liked it. I just saw a lot of things with Darius Fulgham that kind of upset me. I was like, damn, what the hell? But I'm going to say this for Beck. The weigh-ins today, his body. Shout out to Beck. He been working. Because if you're familiar with him, he's always been a little meaty around the midsection, right? This dude, I saw muscles in his stomach. How old is Beck? Maybe he's just growing into. He's 29, so no, you're not growing into nothing. He's just decided to finally get into shape. I got Beck probably stopping Senna. It's a 10-round fight. I'm not gonna give out a round. No, I probably won't give out any rounds if I have stoppages here. I'm not in the fight pool, so I don't feel obligated to do that. But I definitely, I believe we're gonna get a stoppage. Maybe early, y'all. Good Lord. Jesus. Because Senna, when he got stopped by Iglesias, that was in round two. David Morrell stopped him in round two. And then he has one more loss to Vladimir Shishkin, but that's unanimous decision. I just think it'll be early. Senna can box. That's the thing. I don't know. Anywhere from early to mid rounds, I got Bektamir the Bully stopping Senna Beko. Other fights on the card. On the card. Oh yeah. Also, Joshua Edwards is fighting on his card. I just said I want to see him fight Leo Atang. Yeah. The Rocket's on that card. Rocket is 5-0. He's fighting Brandon Colinton. Colintonio. Yeah, Colintonio Brandon. He's 7-1-0. He did look, I will say to Brandon's credit, he looked like he was in shape. A lot of the guys they've been pairing Joshua up with have been kind of big and out of shape. Both of them came in at 236 pounds. I think Joshua had like a half a pound on Brandon, but again, hopefully, I'm not even concerned about it. I'm not worried. I think Joshua will likely stop Brandon. He's just that damn good. Switch hitting, good defense. You know, he works with Ronnie Shields. I'm looking forward to him being a heavyweight for America in the game. Let's go. Yes, he does. he needs a lot of work. If my brother Five was in here, he might not like that, but hey, Darius, he needs to go back to the drawing board a little bit right there. If he's still on when I get home, I'm gonna govern myself accordingly. Yeah. Because I got some more news coming up, if nothing else. And woof. Yeah, matter of fact, Jess is in here. Oh, I got some Shakur stuff too. So, also on that card is Amari Jones. Yeah. 15-0, former DHP fighter, new to Golden Boy. And he's fighting one Luis Arias, a veteran, 22, 6-1. This is for a middleweight bout, 10 rounds. They both look good too. Luis, I think he's still a great fighter. Still a good fighter. 6 losses, yeah. He's still a damn good fighter, and he's 35 years old. Amari is 23. I got Amari. Geez, I would like to think he could stop Lewis. He's 15-0 with 13 knockouts. I think he could do it. He's only been stopped once, Luis Arias, you guys. But yeah, Amari's a puncher. I think he could get it done. I'm not gonna just bank on that stoppage though, because Luis Arias can box. It's just that Amari Jones is better, younger, fresher. Next fight, and I'll probably go off the poster here. Frank Martin and Nair Albright. Yeah. Woo! Look, I had one possible upset possibly for this freaking card, but I might have to go two. And this might have to be one of those. Obviously, I'm pulling for the Ghost. Sheesh. Frank is 19-1. 19-1. Nair Albright is 17-2. See, Frank has 13 knockouts. Nair, 7 knockouts. But he don't need knockouts because the boy can fucking box. And he's not a standard fighter. I don't even know how to explain Nair. He's definitely a smart. He has a great IQ. for me personally. When I first saw him, it was a little bit before the Frank Martin fight. I mean, not Frank Martin. I'm sorry, Keyshawn. It was a little bit before the Keyshawn fight, and so I knew who he was in that fight. And to be honest, y'all, I thought Nair was. I think I picked Nair to possibly beat Keyshawn on the cards, right? Because from what I've seen from him and his little cousin, I believe Nair's out of Philly. He's just crafty. Yeah. No, he's from he's from Philly. He's from Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, but he lives in Jersey now. He's slick, but he's just smart in that ring. And Frank is sharp as shit. We know that. Frank can punch. Frank has great footwork. I don't know. This is definitely going to be one of them fights. I'm super excited actually to see this fight in the next, but no, I didn't realize. Yeah, Nair's a little bit bigger than Frank, which don't mean nothing. But even Buddy McGirt said that he saw this ending in a unanimous, like a unanimous decision. He does not believe Frank is going to stop Nair either, because he calls Nair a spoiler. That is the perfect word for Nair. I like Nair Albright, man. He got good range, yeah. If you're talking about Nair, yeah, he does. He's a smart fighter, dude. He's a smart fighter. The way he beat Kelvin was crazy. Well, he really didn't have to do much of anything, but it was just the fact that he was aware of that. A lot of guys don't. They get in there and just do whatever. He just kept the main thing. He never changed up. He didn't have to. And his corner didn't have to really instruct him to do so. So, yeah, shout out to Nair. I still got Frank winning by unanimous decision, but the more I was looking at it, the more I felt like this could be an upset, because Nair could box. I think Frank can outpoint. Yeah, he should be sharper. Yes, he's sharp as a sharp attack. More efficient. I got the ghost for the win. I'm just with me. I definitely got Frank still unanimous decision, or at least majority or split type deal. But because I think Nair also is has the ability to grow, and I do think that he studies his opponents, right? So we gonna see what happens. Watched a couple of Woo's fights today. I just bet you did. How are you doing, Aunt McQueen? It's so good to see you, sir. Jordan Smith, how are you? Welcome in, Jordan. Blessings to you. So next. Very interesting fight that we've been waiting on. I did a film study or breakdown. I did a film breakdown on Andy Hiroka probably like 2 years ago. I like Andy. Gary Antoine Russell. I also like. I like the Russells, period. As we know, Andy just got to freaking Vegas, y'all. And shame on Japan for treating Andy like a redheaded stepchild. Seriously. I know he was fighting out of Ohashi Gym with Inoue and his brother. I forgot the name of the damn promoter over there. He's like the only one. But they kind of just really neglect poor Andy. They don't get him a lot of fights. That type of deal, right? I think the last time Andy fought was year before last. When he stopped Ismael Barroso. Andy is a puncher, boxer puncher. And when I think of Andy, I really think of like literally a black Japanese, which he is. So I'm not trying to be funny, but the style is very, it's very much so like the Japanese, and he's not really what you would consider a slick black fighter. He's not American. A lot of times, chin in the air. But the thing with Andy, he could take freaking shots, and he's gonna counter and get his shit back off. It's just the delivery is what reminds me of the Japanese style. He's really got that style to me. Kind of balls to the wall. Not a brawler again, boxer puncher, but he's gonna get in there. You can hit him, but he's gonna hit you back. The delivery just again reminds me of some Jen Sasaki type shit, really. Um, Gary though, Gary Antoine, I would say, and Gary Antoine is 18-1-0. Andy Hiroka 24-0 with 19 knockouts. Gary has 17 knockouts. So we're talking about two punchers here. Surely if you saw the weigh-in, yeah. Gary's 5'10 with the 69-inch reach. Well, Andy, on the other hand, y'all, is 5'11 and a half with the 74-inch reach. Just leave the door open, please, so she can come in. So 5 inches, but they're both punching. And when I think of Andy's style, I don't think of him as somebody who's like heavy on the jab to keep the small guy out. Like again, this is a man who keeps his head up, hops back. Literally, you know, people say that about Shakur. Andy is he's a hopper. And we know Gary, from what I've been told, Gary actually can box, but Gary's going to be pressured, right? So I just don't know how this pans out. I'm not going to lie. I picked Andy. This was my upset. But the simple fact that Japan jacked up his whole visa situation, which really you should have been here at least 2 weeks ago, dude. I don't know what the hell. Shame on Japan again, though, because it was Japan and not America that was holding him up from getting over here. But he says he feels good. He said he's not suffering from jet lag. He could wake up tomorrow and that shit hits him a little bit different, right? With Gary, to me, I just can't. I don't feel like I can depend on him enough to say for sure. I feel like he could just do this. Hey, it is what it is. I think I still want to roll with Andy, y'all. So long as he really says he feels better. I just think of the Puello fight. I still got questions for the freaking Rancis Bartholomew fight, which I needed to see again. And, you know, obviously these aren't the same fighters, not the same stature. But let me see. When's the last time Gary fought? It was Rio in March of last year. So he's coming up on a year. And Andy's been a while too. I think Andy's was 2024, I said. So I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I'm rolling with Andy, y'all. I'm rolling with Andy. So long as this man does not get struck by jet lag tomorrow. I just think the length, I think the range, it may be a little bit too much. I'm really trying to recall someone that was really walking down on Andy Hiroka like Gary would. Gary is a smart fucking fighter though. And he got the cheat code in his corner. He got Mr. Gary, man. I love Mr. Gary as a coach. I would love to see him fight again, but I like him as a coach. I'm not even gonna lie. I hope he definitely sticks with that with his brothers, but I got Andy. I got Andy. Kind of on the fence. Something tells me Ryan. Oh yeah, can pull it off. All he got to do is make it competitive and don't get stopped. And he'll win. The money is with Ryan, so a decision will favor him. You think a decision favors Ryan? I think the decision should favor Mario boxing because Ryan can't box for shit. Hey. Hey. Yes, Jordan. It is mine too. He looked pretty healthy. I mean, considering how he's looked in other fights, he looks about the same. I think he's a fighter that stays relatively in shape year round. So dehydration, not so much. The travel things, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, yeah. Doctor Boxing Talk in the house. I ain't got no little bells and whistles for you. I need to get me a soundboard. This card is very good, very competitive matchups throughout. I'm looking forward to them all, especially man. I was just talking about that. I'm super excited for Frank and Wu because I really don't know how that is gonna end. I am picking Frank for sure for the decision. Just don't know. Just don't know because Wu. I don't care what nobody say. I think Wu's he got a little something. He's a little crafty. I'm thrilled on that fight too. Yeah, man. Welcome in though, Dr. Boxing Talk. If y'all ain't subscribed to Dr. Boxing Talk, just stop what you're doing. Because I know most of y'all got a damn wrench, if not everybody. And go subscribe to Dr. Boxing Talk. Very good conversations. Same with Just Do. Just Do and Dr. Boxing Talk. I'm trying to think. Is there anybody else in here with a channel? Aunt McQueen, who does film study. So if you love film study, yeah. Casual Corner. Y'all can feel free to put your links in the chat. Y'all already know how I get down with that. Let's see. I can't. Gar's a different animal with Big Bro in the corner. Yeah, he is. But the thing is, I think some of the time off he has sometimes it just made me feel like he be missing out.
I can't hear nothing. Hold on, man.
Queen.
God damn it.
We hear you.
Audio output none.
No.
I think I should be able to hear you now. Hold on. Nope.
No? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
I do not like this.
Ah.
Why
That's the
can't
same
I
thing
hear
that
anything?
happened to Jab Queen. Damn it. Look, hold on. I want to say go out and come back in like everybody says.
Is there a volume thing I'm supposed to? I feel so old right now because I can't figure this out.
No.
And clearly you can hear me.
I can hear you. I can. Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
Go out and come back in. Go out.
Oh, okay. Hold on. There it is. I had to unmute the site at the top.
Tell me what you did because Jab Queen was having the same problem. And we never.
So I'm on Chrome.
Okay.
And at the top, there was the icon with the speaker with the line through it, signifying that the website was muted. So I had to manually unmute. I didn't like that though.
Okay.
It should have been automatic.
I use Firefox and I have to go up there and mute it. So I know exactly what you're talking about, the icon. How you doing, Ant?
I'm doing all right. Now that I got that sorted out.
Good. Cause I'm ready. Anything that I've talked about that you wish to talk about, sir? I'm gonna blow my nose real quick, yeah.
Hey, we can talk about all of it. from the rooter to the tutor, from the bottom to the top.
Well, I mean, you can start with where I'm at right now, I suppose, right? I'm on Gary Antoine and Andy Hiroka. And you said you said woo. So we could go to that one next, but
Hold
thoughts,
on.
feelings?
See why you talking about that? Let me go and pull up some damn Andy Hiroka. Because then I'll be able to give a.
Tell me if you feel the same watching some of that. He's a black Japanese. Like he
Yeah,
fights
I
like
think I think his dad's from Ghana or
he's
something like that.
Ghanaian, yeah. But I mean, just the way
Yeah.
he fights, it's not quite fully Japanese, but it is like the style is there. That delivery, the way he throws, and
It ain't Jin Sasaki Japanese. I know that.
I said it was just
You think
because of the
so?
way he kind of delivers a little bit, a little bit. Not careless though, because I talked about Jin too
But
before he
because
got here.
he throws straighter punches than Jin.
He does. He stopped Jin.
Yeah, he did at 140
Yes, sir.
before Jin made his pilgrimage to 147.
Meh. Only because the money's with.
I think it's only because he's a damn dog. You seen his last fight, Jin Sasaki?
Yeah, I played. You talking about last night or the night before last?
Whatever night that was.
Yeah, I played some of it. Let me see.
God damn.
Here, just
You need a neck brace to watch Jin Sasaki fight.
look. I'm going while
Straight
you figure out
CTE
what you want to
specials.
say about
Oh no,
this.
I'm looking at Andy Hiroka right now. I got him up on another tab. He's quite rangy, isn't he?
Yeah, he's 74 inches to guard 69. But do you see as well he's open.
Yeah,
He's
he
open.
is.
He fights with his head up. Let me
But the one thing I'll say about him though, and this is just from looking at him while I got him up on the screen, is that generally he makes some sort of maneuver after he throws. So it's like while he's wide open because he drops his hands quite frequently. Like most of these, like what I'm looking at right now, he's dropping his hands, but he moves afterwards.
I'm telling you, it just reminds me of something you see a lot of Japanese fighters do. The way he ends his punches. I got Jen up for the people that didn't see it, but yeah, he got a second round
Look
stop
at that.
day before yesterday.
God damn. Jin is just too tough for his own good.
But
You
so
gotta-
the guy he was fighting too. I don't know why he let this man punch on him like this.
You let this man just unleash a barrage of punches, and then Jin can
Ooh,
crack though, man. He got some good power on him.
we coming back to this, Jordan. We coming back to this. Ooh.
Yeah, he can't keep his chin in the air. But again, the one thing I do like about Andy is that he generally makes a move with his feet.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be on Gary Antoine to follow him out. If he could follow him out, he could definitely get to that chin. But
I say it's going to be on Gary Antoine to get inside, but I don't know that Andy keeps the jab on him to keep him out necessarily like that. He very well may.
possibly.
To be honest, I said I didn't feel like he would earlier, but again, we're talking about men who are supposed to be professionals. So in studying your opponent, you would think, knowing his style, you should keep that jab on him. And it shouldn't be too hard for Antoine to get inside. I know he knows how to do that. He knows how to feint. He knows how to double, triple his way in. He knows he has fast feet. Yeah.
Seen the way he was working that jab versus Ryo. My goodness.
My dog rocked out the
He had that lead hand working in overtime versus Ryo.
The shit he did to Ryo, boy. He done ran Ryo up to Zuma. But now that you're looking, do you have any thoughts?
Yeah. One, as you've pointed out, two senses pointed out, Hiroka, he could get a little bit reckless as far as leaving his chin up in the air. But one thing I'm really noticing from him is there's two things. He's a two-handed fighter.
Yeah.
It's like very seldom do you see him throw one shot at a time. It's several shots and it's both hands. It's like right, left, right, left, right, left. I've seen one sequence where he was actually switching from orthodox to southpaw, southpaw orthodox. He did this,
Realize that about him.
yeah, in one exchange.
Yes.
So he's pretty fluid as far as feet are concerned. Um, and I like the way that he like when he throws punches, like his combinations, like he'll throw over, then he'll come underneath, then he'll go around, and then it's back over, then it's underneath.
Yeah,
It's
he
like he
varies.
mixes it up. He varies it very well.
Yeah, he does. He really does. I just think it's gonna be the range that's gonna be the winning factor for me, and everything else that you said as well. But and there's something else I don't know if I did say about Andy. He's durable with his head being exposed. He
Yeah.
takes shots very well. So, and I know that these guys he's been hit by are punching.
Oddly enough, I was gonna send you a message when I saw the weigh-in.
Yeah,
That man got a damn head like a Minecraft character. I'm not sure if
he
you ever seen
does.
Minecraft
He got
or
a box.
Roblox.
He got a box,
He
and
got a
then his
box
jaws
head.
is
Yeah,
super
this shit
square.
like it's
Yeah,
protruding out here. I
always
said,
noticed that about it.
thick ass skull. Like,
Got a good old
and
block.
you know what they said about Marvin Hagler's
Are you talking
ability to
about
be able
that
to take
dude
a
who
punch?
looks like-
No, I'm
I
talking about Andy
don't look like a
Hiroka.
Minecraft dirt block.
No,
Oh
I'm
my
talking about
gosh,
Andy Hiroka.
Bro has
you
a
just
head
said the
like a
wrong thing,
Minecraft
pops.
dirt block. I don't have a Minecraft
But
dirt
yeah,
block.
Andy Hiroka and Gary Antoine. I think that Gary got to keep the jab on him,
Mhm.
close the gap, and I think another thing that will benefit Gary is if he's able to somehow, some way minimize Andy Hiroka's output. Like, do not let him get his combinations going. Jordan Smith said he was getting caught a lot, even with Ryo. I low key thought Gary was getting touched up in the Rancis Barthélemy fight.
We know Puello was
I'm just leave it there. Yeah, Puello was catching him on the way in, but in the Puello fight, it seemed like he wasn't committed to his jab like he was versus Ryo. But I got to go back and watch and see if the lack of commitment to the jab was due to him getting caught on the way in. Like, because Puello's a pretty good counterpuncher.
Yeah, he
So
is.
maybe that dissuaded him from using his jab the way that he could. And then also, you know, he was going through his issues at the time. So got to give these guys some grace. It'd be very difficult to execute when you've got outside the ring things distracting. But
Always giving over here.
yeah. Gotta do that because these guys are human beings. But it's really tough for me to pick, honestly.
Well, let's come back to it because
Yeah.
we could go back though. And don't you be willy nilly in with these now. Let me see.
Get smiles.
The first, Bektamir versus Senna. Have you thought about or got a chance to check either of those two out?
Eh, I'm not a fan of Beck, man.
Me either.
I'm
Me
not a
either.
fan of Beck.
But he looked good. You saw the weigh-ins today. He looked
At the
actually.
wing. Oh yeah, he look, but I mean,
He
he looks
actually had.
stocky like he always looked though.
No, he actually had
Maybe with a
muscle.
little bit more definition.
Heck yeah. He looked like. That's what I said earlier. He looked like he went from a boy body to a man body.
I don't know if I trust Santa Ekbeko.
I don't. I got
That's the dude that
that.
fought David Morrell, right?
Yeah. And who
Yeah.
else is? And I said somebody else stopped him as well.
He a little shaky to me in terms of like his durability is concerned.
Iglesias stopped him too.
Yeah, it seemed like when he get touched with a good shot, he just does not respond well.
Yeah, I think one of them. I felt like he even quit a little bit.
And then you see he tried to throw the PED jacket on my man Morrell
Yeah,
after he got.
yeah. He went public and said that.
But I'm like, it ain't even just David Morrell, because every fight I've seen of his, when he gets touched with a good shot, he just don't respond well.
Well, he only got stopped twice, and then he had
But I'm not just talking about just getting knocked out. I'm just talking about just the way he looks when he gets touched.
When
He
he
just
gets
looks a
touched.
little.
That's why I
Like
call
it's
him a
taking him a
journeyman.
minute to get his bearings together.
He don't like to get touched.
He got them little legs too, man. You see, he's Dwight Howard up top. That's what he remind me of, like Dwight Howard. He got like that
Long
Deontay
legs and
Wilder
a short
type of
body.
build. Yeah, them little small little chicken
Oh,
legs.
them little stick legs, them little
Yeah.
stick fingers.
Then you got all the muscles up top. I'm leaning towards Beck, even with Beck, I was not a fan of that fight that he had with what's my man's name? The
Darius Fulgham.
model. Yeah.
One.
Nurse.
Darius Fulgham.
Yeah, because they like to tell
Both
you
of
that
them
every
did not
time he
look good
fight.
to me. Yeah, both of them didn't look good to me, but Darius, I think, looked worse. Darius.
I don't even know if I could say that. It
I think
was equal. It took two to tango
maybe
that
you're
night
right,
for
but
sure.
no, Darius looked a little. Maybe because I had a higher expectation for Darius. That could be it.
I didn't. And this is no disrespect to Darius, but Darius to me, he kind of goes in the category of guys like William Foster III, where it's like they're not bad, but I just never walk away feeling
I think
impressed.
I got William Foster over Darius.
But they're not trash though. Like Darius is not trash.
He's not trash.
He's not a bum.
But okay, me and Jess were saying that he needs to go back to the drawing board though.
Who Darius?
I don't know that I would say that about William Foster. I think William Foster he's nice. I think he's nice. He's mediocre, but he's nice. He knows how to box.
Yeah, like he's not trash.
No.
He just misses something. I don't know what the hell it is. But that performance that he had against my man Evan De Los Santos, that was a really good one. He put in some work that night. That might have been the best fight I've seen from William Foster. So I know he's capable. He got it in him.
Yeah, because he had conviction that night, but otherwise, I don't really see like the fire's not burning.
But even when like Beck, it's like
Beck is just
Beck is just Beck.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. But I got Beck stopping center.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards
early to mid. Possibly.
I can see that.
Yeah, because Bektamir will touch the body. I'll give him that.
He will.
Yeah. And we know Senna don't like that shit. All right.
Senna got popped though too, so
he does, but Beck can withstand that. Look, I'm
saying
so,
or do you think that what's the name that Gabriel Rosado was just a one-off?
No, I don't think he was just a one-off Gabriel Rosado. No,
I'm talking about in terms of the punch resistance.
Yeah. No, I don't think it was.
Because I don't know who else he's faced that. It feels dirty saying that 2 cents. Like, yo, like mediocre. Because I don't like talking that way about fighters. He's mediocre.
Oh wow. Well, but I mean, really, he is. Again, the conviction ain't there. That fire inside.
I don't know. I just felt dirty saying that about somebody that'll whoop my ass.
You're right. But this is part of being an analyst, right?
Mediocre, I don't even know what the hell I am.
This is part of being an analyst and what we see. I use the word mediocre. And
within context, right? Within context.
Within context. So obviously, you'll whip my ass. All of them will whip my ass. So, I'm just going.
So I'm going with Beck in the first one.
Okay. Then we had moved on to Frank and Nair.
I'm leaning towards Frank, actually.
Say it again.
I'm leaning towards Frank.
I am too. I just still think I seen, like I said, who was that? Who had the they had the interview with Buddy McGirt, and Buddy said that
not watch film.
Who?
And Buddy said he don't watch film like that.
I don't even remember him saying that, but you could kind of tell he didn't. You could tell just by Buddy kind of seems unconcerned, but he apparently he watched Nair and he said that he's familiar with him. He called him a spoiler. because
He is though.
yeah, he was asked, "Do you think Frank will stop Nair?" And he said, "No." He said, "No, I see a unanimous decision or something like that."
Mm.
So a lot of people are picking Frank to stop Nair. I don't. I don't
I'm
think
not.
so.
I'm not picking him to stop him, but I do see a scenario in which maybe Frank could score a knockdown or something like that. But I don't think he stops him
Oh,
because
I can
I
see
was
that.
looking. I was looking at Nair. I was just watching the fight earlier. Actually, I got it up on the other tab as we speak. His fight with Keyshawn. He
Yeah,
took
so
some damn good shots.
he cracked
Right.
Keyshawn.
Yeah, in the eighth,
Yeah.
and he fought. Remember, although it was no contest after the whole marijuana gate, but it was originally ruled a majority decision.
Exactly.
So you know what that means. The judges had it pretty damn close.
Exactly.
Don't even get
And
that.
I was telling people, back then, and I'm sure Just may remember possibly. I didn't like Keyshawn back then, and it wasn't just I just really wasn't familiar with him, and I
Hmm.
probably didn't like the personality then, but I had picked Nair to beat him back then. Yeah, I
And
picked.
Nair was on a nice little run too, man. Because
That's why
remember,
I say I had seen him in Quadir.
he lost his pro debut.
Hmm.
Then he went on a nice win streak. Then he lost to Jermaine Ortiz. I watched that fight earlier today,
I don't
and
know that I've ever seen that fight, to be honest. Okay, might
it's
have to watch
recently uploaded to YouTube. It wasn't on there, so it's on
it.
there
Okay.
now. They don't even have this on Daily Motion, but shout out to Fighter Channel 2. They uploaded it. It was actually on Showbox, The Next Generation.
Okay, I'm gonna
So
have
this
to
was a
watch
little
that
minute ago. But he started off the first round really, really strong. He
too.
had his jab working. I gave him the first round, and after that, it seemed like he let go of the rope. But there was one key piece of information there. You know, Niall Albright only had 30 amateur fights.
Let me see.
So he doesn't have
I only see him being 4-3 amateurs.
well in the showbox during the broadcast, they had his amateur experience and Jermaine Ortiz's. And Jermaine Ortiz had over 100 something, I can't remember.
Of course.
Damn near 200 amateur fights. Nia Albright only had 30.
Right.
And then after the first round, it looked as such. Like you could tell one guy had far more experience dealing with different styles. Like he knew what to do. Once Nia Albright tried to rev into another gear, he was able to stifle him. One thing that really stood out to me though was how frequently Jermaine Ortiz was able to turn him. And he was
Wait.
turning
How
him.
long ago was this? Let me see. When did he fight Jermaine? That was in 2022. Interesting. Okay.
He was able to turn him quite a bit.
That's one of his losses. Let's see. And
Yeah,
like you said, the first fight.
but he was doing this while he was in the orthodox stance. I'm like, damn, if he can step over to his right and turn him like that, I think that Frank
Oh, yeah.
your feet. I think he's going to be able to turn Nair Albright. I don't think he's going to stop him because Nair looks pretty damn sturdy.
He
He
is.
took good shots in that Jermaine Ortiz fight too. And Jermaine Ortiz was hitting him with some clean stuff. Like one exchange in particular, like when he had him on the inside,
Mm-hmm.
had him on the ropes, turned him, hit him with a damn uppercut, turned him again, and hit him with another one. I was like, golly.
I tell
Jermaine
you what,
Ortiz,
based on what you're saying, if because the thing is, could that be something Wu works on? It could be, has worked on, I should say, but likely it might not be. And if the Frank Martin that fought Michelle Rivera shows up, good lord,
yeah, I think
good lord.
I like that. I like
Hey
that.
PGH, how you doing?
I think it could be tough for him if that version of Frank shows up. Hell, if the version that we just saw versus Rancis shows up, it could be tough for him. I don't think he stops him because I think that Wu is pretty damn sturdy. He could take a good shot for sure, for sure.
Yeah,
But I just think with the agility and also just like moving with purpose. Like I think Wu is good in straight lines.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you see him like back straight out. I was watching this fight against
Kelvin.
what's my man's name that he done blew weight a couple times. He used to be with Robert Garcia. Carlos
Balderas. Carlos
yes.
Balderas, yeah.
I was watching that fight. He did a really good job of controlling the range in that fight. Pretty damn good. Even with Kelvin Davis.
He didn't have to do much adjusting with the Kelvin, and he didn't have to do much at all against Kelvin. Kelvin did not make him do anything. Shit.
Well, Kelvin was reacting to him, but I don't think he did a good job of reacting. One thing that I liked about Wu in that fight was when he looked to get the right hand off, he was changing levels before he was throwing the right hand. Like he would get low and then he would spring out like a damn jack in the box.
I do remember that. Yeah.
And Kelvin never caught on to it. Like that.
That's
that
why I
was
said he didn't have
frustrating.
to change anything in that fight. That was a crazy fight.
But Kelvin was
Considering the
6'1"
fight
or
Kelvin
something
had
like
before
that.
that.
I don't think such a tactic is gonna work with Frank. With Frank
No, hell no.
being slightly shorter, and also I think that he's got the quicker feet. So
It absolutely does.
Wu,
And
he's gonna have to
the
be careful
more
with that, like falling in and all that stuff.
quicker and more educated, for sure.
Yes,
Without question. Yeah.
agree heavily on the educated part, because Frank, that guy, like when he's at his best, he looked like he got skates on sometimes. Like he's smooth as hell. Like with his
Yeah.
footwork, I think he's very underrated. But I'm leaning towards him. I think that he's going to be able to get a decision. I think it's going to be a competitive decision. Maybe like a 8-4 type of. What are they fighting? 10 rounds? If it's 10 rounds, I got him like 6-4 or something like that.
Yeah, it's
Maybe
10 rounds.
yeah, I got it about 6-4, 7-3 or something like that.
Okay. Okay.
But I think that Wu's going to have his moments early, possibly. I
Right.
think that he could be able to surprise Frank early on. But I think that Frank will eventually be able to outmaneuver him, because I don't know what the hell it is about Wu, but in all of these fights, he starts off very, very strong. First round, he's dynamite. Then after that, the middle rounds, he's kind of shaky, but then he closes strong. So I think that Frank is going to have to be careful with him down the stretch.
Maybe he loses focus.
It could be that.
Yeah.
Or I was thinking that maybe it could be, like the lack of amateur experience, like the lack of pedigree.
So he doesn't know how to just fill out the whole fight.
Yeah.
He just kind of starts strong and knows we're close to the end, so I gotta end strong.
Then I got to get busy.
Yeah, that could be. That could be.
So like fight management might be something that's amiss with him. But who's to say? Maybe he's gotten more experience over the years. He's only fought twice in the last 2 years though. That's a tad bit concerning, just a little bit. But so
Yeah,
is Frank. Frank had the Tank fight and the Rancis fight, so they're about even as far as that's concerned.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, but you can argue that Frank's
Southpaw is Nair Albright is faced either, and that is concerning because, like I said again, when Jermaine Ortiz was turning him like that, Jermaine was moving to his right, which is Wu's left, and
yeah.
the way he was picking up his feet, he just looked a little bit rigid, moving to his left.
You know what though? When I really think of his fights, I can see that because he doesn't. The fights that I've seen, it's not like he was forced to move like that.
No,
he wasn't forced to. So that's why I say it could be something he's worked on, and then more than likely it's probably something he's not worked on. We're probably gonna see that same rigidity, and definitely we know Frank is not. He's fluid. He's gonna move. But I would love to see him turn him. From what you're saying about the Jermaine fight, which again I'm gonna watch tonight, but I would love to see him turn him like Michelle if that's the case. So
I think he can.
I could go to another one, or we could go back to
We
Gary.
could go to back to Gary. Gary's a champion. He got a lot of pride. I don't see him giving it up easy. I
Nah.
think that Andy Hiroka, he's gonna come with it, but I think that Gary's gonna be able to outlast him. That's my
Mm,
hope, at least. That's my hope.
okay, okay. So this is on the hope.
That's on the hope. That's on the hope.
Okay.
But I like what I'm seeing from Andy Hiroka as far as like the punch variety. I really like that from him.
I'm gonna say too. Now that you said that, I don't know. I think Andy could also be pretty damn hungry.
He could
Because
be.
again, I was saying like he's been treated kind of like a little stepchild over there. Them not really giving him fights like that. Then the mess that Japan pulled with the visa,
Mm.
keeping him from getting over here. But I don't know that his legs will be there. That is really my concern with him just getting here yesterday.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I don't
What
know.
the hell?
He said he's not suffering from jet lag, but like I said, he could wake up tomorrow and everything could hit him all at once. So
Yeah, he should have been over here acclimating, man. What is he doing?
Japan was not. They weren't allowing him through his visa. So
But now that I'm looking at this thumbnail of the weigh-in between him and Gary,
yeah,
the size differential of these dudes' heads is ridiculous.
I don't look like a Minecraft.
don't do that.
Goodness gracious.
Don't talk about the head. Big old blockhead boy.
Gary got his work cut out for him.
Okay, so also on that card is I'll just go down before we go back up. Joshua Edwards is gonna be on that card.
The Rocket,
The Rocket.
he's gonna be on the prelims.
Yeah, I'm assuming so. He's only 5-0, so they ain't trying to put him on nothing spectacular main card type deal. Amari
Okay.
Jones.
All right.
He's a Golden Boy fighter now, so those two will be there.
Amari Jones, formerly of DHP, Amari Jones.
DHP Amari Jones, and he's fighting Luis Arias, so that should be a good fight. But then we go on. We're gonna go back and we're gonna go on to one that a lot of people feel a little way about this. Hitchens and Duarte.
Mm.
I'm gonna just get mine out the way. I think Duarte's gonna be right up Hitchens' alley. With all that pressure, and Hitchens is just gonna pick his little ass apart. Is he gonna get hit? Maybe. We saw him get hit with Lemos, but he could take it. I don't even think Oscar Duarte is punching like Lemos was. Personally,
I think Oscar's punching harder than Lemos was.
I don't know. He didn't even. Well, Kenny Sims is durable though.
Yeah, Kenny Sims is rugged.
Yeah.
But the thing about Kenny Sims, though, in that fight, you seen that Kenny Sims, he had to move a little bit more than he typically does.
Yeah, and it didn't work out in his favor because he lingered on the ropes a lot.
Like to stand right there and get
Hitchens
that
a
phone
move
booth.
though. Hitchens a move, and he might keep him on the needle. So we know the jab is going to be in full effect. Long as he don't
stop some guys that hadn't been stopped before too.
Duarte has. He's also been stopped by freaking Ryan Garcia.
Yeah, but that was a little fluky though. He got caught like right on the temple, and Ryan threw a punch like he was like, damn, that like get off of me. Ryan Garcia, I've never seen him on the back foot that much.
Yeah, that's when we got introduced to the taco roll. The Victorville
whatever the hell you want to call it.
Yeah,
but Duarte put a lot of pressure on that guy. And if I'm not mistaken, this was prior to his linking with Robert Garcia. I got to give Robert Garcia his credit. I remember watching Oscar Duarte a couple years ago when he fought against D'Angelo Keys, and there were a couple of other guys that he faced, and he had one of the worst right hands I ever seen. Not from the shoulders, but the feet. Like he was always putting himself in the absolute worst position, and he's cleaned it up a tad bit.
I think who was it that he had on these old green shorts? I can't remember who he's fighting. I was not impressed that night. And it was a night. It may have been Alex Martin or something because it was a night where they were bringing in black guys to fight the Hispanic guys
It
on
was a
the
Latino night thing, wasn't
not in Riyadh or nothing. It was, I believe, it was in California. But you know how Golden Boy gets down when they do their nights where they have all their Hispanic fighters and they bring in these little black guys to get beat up on. But he didn't look good at all. I just am not impressed.
What's my man's name too?
I'm impressed with that.
With the hard head, and Keyshawn he was hitting that man with everything. He was hitting that man with crowbars, cinder blocks, acme anvils. Miguel Madueno.
I have an issue with Madueno and some other fighters he's fought.
See, Oscar Duarte stopped him though in the 7th.
But that's two Mexican fighters. Like,
yeah, but Madueno is rough, rugged, and raw.
I know. I remember how he did my
dog, Steve Claggett, the Dragon.
How he did Paldo. Justin Paldo. Because
Madueno?
Like Justin Paldo won. That was a pro box card, but
yeah.
I know how Madueno is. Matter of fact, I feel like Madueno cracked Keyshawn too. I want to say when Keyshawn had went down on his knees, I know everybody's like, oh, it was a slip. I felt like he just cracked that dude. He was like, oh, shit. That's what I thought. But hey.
There was some speculation that Madueno was on some substance that night. Yeah, because Keyshawn was hitting that man with some clean stuff, and he was stopping him in his tracks, but then he was shaking it off. He was looking like the T-1000.
But he always does that. That's what I'm saying. If you're going to question if he was on something that night, I would question if he's on every time he fights, for real.
Because said Duarte had a better chemist that night.
And that's another thing. Look, when Duarte just fought Kenny, okay, I promise y'all that the day of the weigh-in, he just
had no back.
He looked. He didn't have no. He did. Yeah.
He ain't had no back.
No, he looked the same size as Kenny, but then that night, it's like not only did he have back meat, his back was huge too. I was like, damn, how you grow into the Hulk overnight? Hey, I think I'd be thinking Duarte's on something.
That's that good nutrition. He got a nutritionist.
What, beans?
Nah, pinto
steak.
Beans. You know they got the finest cattle down there in Mexico.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's full of clenbuterol. They're allowed so much, right? And some good old pinto beans. Yeah, sure.
There you go. But Duarte stopped Madueno in 7. Yo, Madueno was boxing on the back foot. I'd never seen that before.
I'm not gonna give that anything.
I'm just saying.
I know.
I'm just saying.
I'm trying to remember. It was somebody else we watched him fight. You did a film study on it. Did he ever fight Joe Cordina or something like that?
Nah, but if he did, he would have.
We watched him do film study. We did film study on him for somebody.
Yeah, we did.
Even when he showed up at the fight, I think he won, but we was like, nah, he was giving that one or something. It just didn't look good. I'm not a fan of Duarte.
No, I'm not a fan of his either, but I do have to acknowledge that the man has some qualities that has allowed him to, win some fights against some guys who they've had the ups on them in the skills department. Because even at D'Angelo Keys' fight from a number of years ago, now D'Angelo Keys, he's been looking rough over there on Pro Box. I think it may be near the end. He's in the twilight. He's not the same D'Angelo Keys of old. But when Oscar Duarte fought him, he was pretty damn solid.
He's only 29 149.
But that I think that's what happens when they put you in there with these big punches back to back to back to back to back, and
Yeah.
you don't have the means or the artillery to be able to.
Even if you do, if you're getting fights like that back to back to back,
You get
that
worn
takes its
down.
toll. Two fights like that take its toll, let alone back to back. So yeah, I don't know. I do. I got Hitchens still. Um,
Me too. Especially as a New Yorker, I'm biased, so I gotta pick
nah,
him. I gotta pick him just on the basis of him being from New York. But I am a wee bit concerned, just a little bit. Now my concern
Booker Bagley.
has eased a tad bit after I rewatched Hitchens versus George Kambosos, because it was one thing that I was thinking that he has to do. This is non-negotiable. He has to do this. Oscar Duarte is pretty damn good at going to the body, and that's how he was able to stop Medueno, because he put a whole lot of sauce on them ribs.
Mm,
And one thing that I love that Richardson Hitchens did versus George Kambosos is that every time the ferocious art of war, George Kambosos attempted to go to his body, Hitchens came over the top with a right hand. And it got to a point where
make him,
Kambosos was a lot more cautious.
yeah, make him keep his hands at home.
Yeah, he ain't want to commit to that body attack like that. He ain't want to.
With that said, I would think Oscar's a little bit more durable, but I mean, nobody wants to keep getting hit over and over and over
At
again.
all.
And I'll tell you this: I don't see Oscar being like a cerebral fighter who's gonna adjust. I think he's still just gonna keep coming forward until he gets smashed. Do I think Richardson Hitchens will stop him?
He can.
No.
I think
He
he can.
can. I just don't know that he will. I don't feel like he will. He said he has intentions
I
to.
think his best bet at stopping him um would be, for one, get to his body first, break his little muscle head ass down.
That's kind of hard the way he.
Yeah, he keeps it tight, don't he?
Yeah.
But the thing is, when he punches though, that's when you got to get him. You got to fill the voids when he punches, because if you watch Duarte punch, he is slow as hell bringing his hands back home. The recoil is slow, like my
Yeah.
goodness. But his defense is not bad. It's weird to say. I just don't think that he transitions well from offense to defense.
Defense.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Well.
Because he's slow as hell getting his hands back home. Doesn't have the most educated feet. Robert Garcia is trying his best. He's trying, because Duarte's feet were just absolutely abysmal prior to the tutelage of Robert Garcia. We spoke about this when we was watching the film. Like, the man could not throw a damn right hand without inadvertently turning southpaw. Now, it's one thing if you got a little bit of a forward stance, like Mike Tyson was intentionally doing that. Or even a guy like Jack Dempsey, for all the history buffs out there. Like Jack Dempsey, he had like what he called like his falling step, where he would fall like that intentionally to put more weight behind the shot. Oscar Duarte just had bad feet.
Yeah.
He just got bad feet. It ain't technique. It ain't intention. It's just bad feet.
He needs to bounce back from starvation. He has the skills, but he's flirting with danger with the weight cut. Yeah, man. But yeah, you know what? I ain't even gonna argue with you too soon, because he's one that I definitely feel like could stand to absolutely move up.
And he's got the
You're talking
frame,
about
don't
the
he?
idea. We
Richardson
know he's got the frame.
Hitchens looks like he would just
160.
fit perfectly at 147, even 154. But I'm not sure if he's 160. I can see
154 is
160.
better though, but he ain't. I don't care. Richardson Hitchens be acting a little bit scary for me. I don't know what his deal is, to be honest. I have no idea what his deal is.
But he's transparent with his wariness. That's why his leeriness, I should say.
Do you think so?
Yeah, he is. Because anybody that
Talk
tell
a
you,
lot of shit.
no, I'm not saying I ain't saying he don't talk his smack.
That
But
don't make me
anybody will
feel
tell
like
you
that.
like, nah, I'm not fighting that guy. I don't feel comfortable with the 10-pound rehydration. He was pretty
But
forthcoming
you're
with
the
that.
IBF champion, so every time, oh gosh, good
Yeah,
lord,
but not
Unless
against that guy. he was
he
transparent.
needs to move up there. Absolutely, he needs to move up. Go on up to 47 and fight who you say you want to fight. For sure, go and fight Devin because that's all everybody talk about. Get her done. Okay. I think he said he has Hitchens. I don't know that he necessarily said why totally, but I would like to go on to the main bout. If Ant wishes to go back, he can.
Um, I'm leaning towards Africa. Matter of fact, I ain't even gonna call him Africa because the man is Haitian. But I'm leaning
I
towards
know
Richard
that
Haitian.
name is disrespectful.
I'm leaning towards Richardson.
Okay,
I'm not gonna say leaning towards. I'm picking him,
figured.
but once again, I'm a little bit concerned. The fight with what's the name comes to mind. 2 cents, yeah, Limos, but it wasn't just Limos and the pressure and all that other stuff like that. It was also his admission about the weight.
So, do you feel like he looked drawn today?
He did, but he also looked drawn versus George Kambosos as well, and he performed
I feel like
exceptionally.
he
So
looked a little worse with George.
I
I think
thought
he looked a
I thought he
little
looked about the same. But then again, I always try to keep in mind that when we see these guys in between fights, we're seeing them and they look a little bit fuller. So naturally, if they lose a little bit of water or they lose, just a tad bit more fat, that they're gonna look a little bit drawn in. But the one thing that I was paying attention to was his speech, like his jaw wasn't all clenched. His eyes didn't look all funny. When they were asking him questions before he got off the stage, he was coherent. He wasn't just like Freddie was talking like this when he faced Javante.
Tank, yes,
Yeah, he
Lord.
was.
That shit was so bad. White shit around his mouth. Yeah, that shit was
The white
bad.
around your lips.
Whew,
Is that
that was
right?
bad.
Tank is over there doing backflips, and he's
Yeah, water. That's what I was saying, dude. I
talking
feel
through a
like he was
clenched
better than
jaw.
he did against Cambosis, but these dudes, we can't forget that they cutting 20, 30 damn pounds any damn.
Yeah,
Shit is crazy. But okay, so
but
you
seeing
guys,
his workout, I thought that he looked pretty. I thought he looked pretty good, and I believe that he's gonna fill out nicely. This is the IBF though, so like you said, there's the 10-pound. So
we already, we already made weight, so
yeah, but
he
he
did
got to
it.
go again
Oh
tomorrow.
yeah, tomorrow.
Can't be 10 pounds over.
That goes for Duarte too. Then big back. I'm telling you, his
Yeah,
back.
but if I'm not mistaken, Duarte started at a lower weight, didn't he?
I don't give a good god googly moogly.
Oh, let me see.
I don't care. He's bigger now. That back was huge when he fought Kenny Scissor. I was like, God dang, how your
Yeah,
back?
Oscar Duarte's, he campaigned at 135 for a little bit. So I think he should be straight. Hell, the Madueno fight was at 40. He was 40 on a dot. He came in at
But
138
this
versus
is the
Diego
IBF.
Diaz.
Was that during your fight for IBF? No. Did he have to do the clause or the?
I don't know what the contract read. I don't know what dealings they had. But yeah, I mean, this could affect Mr. Ninja Turtle himself.
He's been bigger than that too. So remember when he fought Ryan? They both was overweight.
Mhm.
He was bigger than Ryan, so he I don't know. I ain't
What?
worried about him because
Nah,
with
I'm
his,
not.
I'm just learning to speak English self. But shout out to him for doing that because we get tired. But you know what I'm
But
saying?
yeah, I want my man Richardson to go out there and build that fence and tax his ass every time you step in.
That's what
Like
I'm
don't be hesitant. I don't want to see him be hesitant because I feel like if he's too hesitant and he's flighty, like he's just moving too much, I feel like he could burn the candle at both ends.
Yeah, and
And
then with body shots, that's
and with the
nasty.
body shots, and Duarte is actually like he's actually a pretty damn good counterpuncher to the body. Not so much to the head because he puts a lot of fat on his shots, but to
Mm,
the body, I think he counters fairly well. He's a pretty good counterpuncher to the
yeah.
body. And I heard an interesting statistic today when I was watching. I can't remember if it was the Ryan Garcia fight or the Medueno fight, but they said about 40% of his power punches are directed to the body.
Oh wow.
So he's not a guy that's gonna go out there just swinging at the head.
Yeah.
He's going to go to the body first, and
Yeah.
then once he establishes the body attack, and then the guy slows down a little bit more. That's when he feels a little bit more comfortable
Because
throwing
he's opened
headshots.
it up. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, I could say that just based off of memory,
and
watching.
that's why I think that Africa. Let me stop calling this man Africa. That's why I think that Richardson he got to put something on that man's mind. Give him some pause.
But that's what I said. I think is absolutely gonna happen. Hitchens ain't gonna be in there playing with him. He's gonna keep that jab on him. Believe that, because we know that. Like I said,
And
I
that
get it.
uppercut, I'd love to see that uppercut make an appearance. Richard Hitchens actually got a sneaky good uppercut
Yeah,
from a technique standpoint. He flashed it a couple times versus George Kambosos,
yeah, he did.
and
But
with Duarte, like
I
you
think
said,
it was
Duarte
later,
keep them
wasn't it?
hands high and tight.
It showed up
If
later
he's
though,
leaning over his front foot like that, if he's
and
leaning
he
over
does.
his like kind of like how Stan Jonas does,
He does. Yeah,
walk
that's what
his
I'm talking about.
walk
His
his
how he
muscle down
crouches.
ass, move to an uppercut, stab him to the body.
That's the part that I don't know that I see because of the way he holds his body. I could see the uppercut coming, but if I recall correctly, the uppercut came a little bit later with Cambosis, right? It wasn't like something he was getting
Well,
off early.
Kambosos, I want to say around like round 4 or round 5,
That's
he threw a
later for me.
couple.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
that's like
later.
the first leg of the fight to me because I look at the fight in like three parts. It's like trimesters to me because it's like
But three parts. Oh, I guess if you got 12
4.
rounds,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like beginning, middle, end.
yeah. If you got
4,
12 rounds,
5 through 8, 1 through 4, 5 through 8, and then 9 through 12.
yeah, I guess so. I guess.
But let's go. We going for Richardson Hitchens, the New Yorker. For the main event, I'm still torn on this one.
mm.
I'm still torn on this one.
Look, I ain't even gonna play no games with y'all. Nope. There's no way in hell I'm picking Ryan. Even if Ryan wins, so be it. Um, I think Ryan sucks. Plus, all the other things. I don't even know how this guy's getting this opportunity, but it is what it is. We're
It's
here.
the money.
Yeah, Mauricio stands to make money
Yep.
off of this man and give him a whole necklace and a belt. Woo! I'm so sick of this trash man.
Money making Mauricio.
Mm, well, I tell you what, I'm picking Mario. I seen a little clip a little bit before I went live where they were saying they think that Mario Barrios has a cold. They said so it seems, and I'm like, okay, it seems. So that means you don't know, and therefore I'm not gonna give any credence to that shit.
You think he has a cold, like he's under the weather?
Yes. So
Based on what? His
uh,
voice always sounds nasally as hell,
nasally, thank you. And that's what I was saying. And
like he's about to cry.
I'll
Mario
show it
Barrios.
to you. I'll show you what I saw too. Look, it looks like Blue's reporting on it or something, but I'm not going there. We're gonna go here. Here we go. Hold on. Here we go. Let me share my screen. I don't believe it. I mean, I don't have a cold, but I've been having to blow my nose. It's just like, what are we talking about here, y'all? What are we talking about?
Thank you very much, gentlemen.
It'll be brought to your weight on 147. Blood selection is done. We're ready.
Okay.
I don't see it. It sounded a little extra mucusy, but hey. No. I hope not. Because then that would mean breathing issues, right? So, and last thing we need is him to be gassed. But Ryan has been gassed before and out of shape.
He looked like he's in damn good shape for this fight.
Do you
though.
think so? That I wanted to ask you that, or
I
just
thought
the chat.
he
Even
looked way better than he did.
I think he looks drawn.
I think he looked better than he did versus
Tank.
no, not Tank. What's my man's name? Rolando Romero. He looked better than he looked then.
Yeah, he just looked average.
He looked soft around the midsection then.
I don't know. His face looks super angular to me. And I know I got a picture somewhere of him too on the scale at the official. But I just
At the official.
Yeah, because we
I
see
gotta
the
see it.
ceremonial. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
He looked all right at the ceremonial. I thought he looked all right.
Yeah, he did, but he had rehydrated as well. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. I got to see the other one.
I'm still just going based off of the buildup too. Hold on, that was for Andy to say he made it. He looks good, I guess. Yeah, I see his little sternum, but this the cheekbones for me and the chin is poking a little bit. You know what? Maybe this is his perfect size, like perfect healthy at 147 size. That don't look so bad body wise, but it's the face for me. His face has just been telling me drawn, a little dry.
It wouldn't be surprising because of lifestyle. Didn't he say that he cuts like 30 plus or something like that? If I'm not mistaken, he said that recently.
I'm telling you, because most of these guys cut 20 to 30, so that's no surprise. Yeah, he needs to go on and move up too, as far as I'm concerned now. But I'm 54. Him, Hitchens, and Haney. Take y'all asses up. That's all I'm saying. Haney look all right, though. I could deal with him at 47. He still look a little big, but that's neither here nor there. I think Barrios, if he could stay close in order to not allow, because I don't care, like Ryan's a one-trick pony. He got a good one too. And the part of that one is the freaking hook, is that left hook, which is going to be mid towards long range, right? If Barrios can stay inside, if he can turn him, move. The thing that I noticed about Barrios, though, it takes him a minute before he starts getting his head off the, before he starts slipping. So he's gonna get hit. Can he withstand the left that he's gonna get cracked with? That I don't know. Because this kid does have one hell of a fucking punch. So that's the only question for me. Other than that, though, I would love to see Barrios outbox him to a unanimous decision. How you doing, Teach?
Teach, what up? Yeah, I've got my concerns about Barrios's his durability at this point.
Yeah.
Because when I look at the guys that he's faced in consecutive fights,
He's had some
he's
tough
faced
fights.
some guys that can punch.
He has. And we've seen the wear and tear of it too.
Yeah, on his
fight.
face.
Yeah. Without question.
Whether it was a win, a loss, or a draw,
Yeah.
like he just looked rough as hell.
And
Like
then
one
the
thing I
fact that
noticed in that fight against Uncle Abel,
I love Abel Ramos, damn it. He's about to fight again too. Yeah,
Barrios was boxing well early on.
I was
First
right
5
at
rounds
first.
I gave to Barrios. I gave him the first 5. He should have gotten 2 knockdowns. The first one when he caught Ramos, the glove touched the canvas.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't called. And then the second time he put him down, and that was a legit knockdown. But it seemed like once he started getting touched just a tad bit, it was over. But yeah, it went downhill from like round 6 through like 10.
Okay, and then there's the question of his last fight, which for me, I still think it was a matter of his being in there with his idol. So giving him too much respect. Either way you look at it, Manny beat him, even though he got the draw. I just don't think it was like Manny beat him because Manny beat him. I think he just didn't want to hurt Manny. Didn't really want to fight his idol like that.
He's too damn nice too.
Yeah. But he seems to be in a mode where he's like, I ain't having it with giving this dude this freaking belt. So
I hope so, because Barrios is no slouch. I don't think he's a bum whatsoever. He's just too damn nice.
I heard that too, Teach. So it's not. I mean, that's the last word I heard is that it's not. But they did say it. Ring belt is on the line. Jordan said bet some. So Jordan, okay, Jordan, I see you out there. Jordan got Ryan Garcia. Got
Yeah,
you.
I don't feel too comfortable
Picking Barrios.
I just don't, because I think that Barrios is the all-around better fighter. Like rewatching that Abel Ramos fight and looking at the first 5 rounds, I was like, damn, if this fight was only 5 rounds, he'd be the second coming of Sugar Ray Robinson, but it's not. You gotta go 12.
Not Sugar Ray Robinson.
It's something just be happening with Barrios where it's just
he okay, remember what I said about him getting hit? It's like it takes him a while before he starts to slip. But before you start slipping, you be getting hit. And then, well, he's still getting hit thereafter because again, we see your face.
But it was the reverse of it was the reverse of what you're saying in the fight versus Abel Ramos. Against Abel Ramos, he was slipping. He was getting off the line. He was moving. Yo, his footwork was pretty damn good. Like I was like, yo, Barrios got skills. Like he's not a bum. I think that's what it may be, Jordan. It may be gas tank issues, and maybe not just in terms of endurance, but also like mental stamina. I think it could be one of those things too. Like he got a little bit of that Tony Harrison in him.
You think so?
because I love me some Tony Harrison, but something happens with that dude where it's like every time he's lost, the
But
ninth
see, look,
round
I
comes.
feel like I can see that in Tony, but I don't really feel like I see that necessarily in Barrios. Maybe
When you get the
something
chance,
happens.
rewatch that damn Ramos fight.
Something happens.
First 5
He checks
rounds,
out.
he was boxing beautifully, and then just something happened.
You
But
know what, Jordan?
people loved the first half of the fight that he had with Tank. Like, man, he was doing well with Tank.
I thought
Shit,
this, Jordan. I thought this because I kept thinking of Tank.
Luke Campbell.
No, I kept thinking of how Tank stopped Ryan, and then something in my mind was just like, what if Ryan's starts trying to get them liver shots off it? We're expecting him to take that left hook to the head. What if this dude comes in there on some body shit?
Well,
I
that's why I said
thought
Luke
about that.
Campbell, because remember, that's how he stopped Luke Campbell.
Is that how he's talking Luke Campbell?
Yeah, to the body.
You
Left
know
hook
what all I
to
can
the
remember
liver.
of Luke Campbell
He
is
got
Ryan
dropped.
getting dropped with a left. Yeah, god dang it. Ugh. Ryan, I can't
Yep.
stand him.
Ryan got up and stopped him to the body with a left hook.
I don't want him to win.
Liver shot.
Barrios is more disciplined. Yeah, he has gas tank issues. I feel like that. Yeah. I was just about to say it could be mental exhaustion. That could be. Staying technically sound, it is mental because you got to stay on point, right? And especially once that fight drags out. Because a lot of his fights, look, Pacquiao 12 rounds, Ramos 12, Maidana 12, Ugas 12.
And in those fights, he was, man, some of those fights he was hurting some of them guys. Like, remember, wasn't it? He hurt Ugas, had him looking damn near looking like a repeat of the Errol Spence fight.
I think that's just because Errol did some irreparable deal. Mario was like, yeah, I'm about to come in right behind.
No, but Barrios is out there. That lead hand was strong, man. But
I don't know.
For whatever reason, and this is why I say Mario Barrios is just too damn nice, because he hurt Keith Thurman to the body too. And we know Keith been hurt to the body a couple times. He got that chandelier body, but
you know what?
and Mario Barrios, to your point about the Pacquiao fight, Manny Pacquiao told him not to hit him in the body. And Barrios obliged. He stopped throwing body punches. And then when he got back to the corner, Bob Santos was on his helmet about it.
Yep.
Like, yo, don't allow him to officiate the fight.
I told you that's his idol. He was not trying to hurt Manny.
They're pulling punches.
I remember
He's just too damn nice, Mario Barrios.
Just to Manny.
It wasn't just to Manny, because
who else do you think he was nice to?
I thought he was too damn nice to Abel Ramos. He hurt him bad twice early on in the fight.
But what if that was some type of
exhaustion
on him?
And then he was just out there kind of just going through the motions and end up getting caught with something stupid.
Okay. 50-50. I don't feel like I just don't here's another. I don't want to give Ryan credit, but I will say, and I've been clowning. I'm like, yeah, you're getting trained by Henry. Who the hell is Henry? But Ryan has been, when he was winning with his father. It is what it is. So maybe Henry can bring something out of him. I'm still not gonna pick him, y'all. I don't give a good.
Oh, it's gonna be a hook to the body. 2 Cents called it. He said Ryan been showing that hook to the body, then up top in the pad work. And generally,
you know what?
That's how
when
it goes.
Ryan does shit in his lead up to the fight, he shows you what he's gonna do.
He does.
Yeah, he shows you exactly. So that's what it. So it is gonna be a body. He's gonna be attacking in the body. Ryan wins. Yeah, too handsome, too fast, too strong. Mark Hatch, if you don't go sit down somewhere. He's not Oscar. No, I don't care. I'm not picking that little shithead. I'm not picking him.
Ryan wins by charisma. Too handsome, too strong, too fast. That's hilarious.
I'm not even messing with Mark Hatch today with that shit. No, hey,
I would love to see Mario Barrios be vindicated. That's why I'm rooting for him, honestly. You know what I mean?
I'm tired of people saying he's the worst at 147.
That's what I'm saying.
We
That's
got
why I
Lewis
want to see
Crocker,
him
and
win.
I like to see both of them so we can really say who's trash. I ain't gonna say trash. Who's the worst 47-pound champion? Him or Lewis Crocker. But I think Perril's about to beat Lewis Crocker. So, but I don't put nothing past Crocker after that shit that he did coming back fighting Patty Donovan, man. Like that, nobody expected that. I'll say that to the day I die. I never expected to see that man come out and use the damn long guard. And clearly, Patty Donovan, they didn't even know what the hell to do. They was like, "Oh shit, how do we get around that jab?" Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, who are you choosing? Let's make it official. Make it official.
My heart is with Mario Barrios. That's all I'm gonna say. Mario, if you get stopped tomorrow, I might cry real tears. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh
Cause
shit!
I could absolutely see Ryan Garcia
Ragdolling him.
not ragdolling him, but I could see Mario Barrios doing well early on and then just getting clipped. I could just see it happening. And I just don't know. I don't know if I trust his chin at this point. I think it may be eroded just from all of these fights between Tank and Keith Thurman and Fabian Maidana and Abel Ramos. Took quite a bit of damage in the damn Ugas fight too. He was looking like a tiki mask in that fight too.
Y'all gonna have to get up out of here with this negativity. Look at that. Yeah, Dank. 4 rounds, Dank. But this is intriguing. I don't see that though.
If Mario Barrios gets a third draw in a row, PBC needs to be under investigation.
It's gonna be bad.
PBC needs to be under investigation. They need to go find Al Heyman.
This is a DAZN card though.
Yeah, but PBC is involved. I see that they're
Tom Brown and I mean to be honest, Turkey's involved too because that Muhammad Alakel kid is on there. It's all kinds of mix on this card, which I actually like.
That's cool. These guys working together, collaborating.
Against Zuffa. Yeah. Teach, where you go? Yeah, I think Teach might have did.
That Zuffa knockout was nasty though.
Oh yeah.
One boy that got caught with that uppercut.
Yeah.
Anytime you start convulsing like that, you know it's rough. The 3-peat draw. That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, if that happens, 2 cents.
You're right.
Somebody find Al Heyman. Go find that man.
You're right, Jordan.
And bring him before the courts.
It's the ring high stakes. So maybe it's like ring 7, 8, whatever number they're on. Al Heyman, you was not gonna find him, sir.
If Mario Barrios gets another draw, somebody needs to find this man.
Maybe you could go after Tom Brown because Al Heyman will be
unavailable. Hell no, we gonna
find. Notice, do you hear me?
He got an answer for this.
You're gonna have to go after Louis de Cuba then, because I'm telling you, Al Heyman. You see what happened with the Floyd shit. Well, I mean, I guess they came to a settlement real quick, but Al Heyman don't exist.
That's what Bob Arum said.
Like he's real, but you know Bob Arum should know he's a lawyer. Being a lawyer, he just set that shit up. You ain't coming for me. Go after Steven Espinoza. Don't you come for me. But nah, he don't run PBC no more. I keep telling y'all that. So
yeah, whoever's running PBC.
Louis de Cuba. He runs PBC now. Let's see. 3-peat draw has to happen. It really don't. That would be so sad for poor old Barrios. I feel bad. Yeah, because then everybody really be saying his ass.
Yeah, it's going to continue. God, between him and Lamar Roach, man, it's like they just can't get over the hump.
It's some pretty durable guys on this card. Yeah, Andy Wu. Who else is on here? No.
Looking at this thumbnail, like, man,
Okay, so we got that all squared away. Now I can move on to some more interesting things. More
Like your
interesting.
man Floyd Mayweather coming back.
I sure do have that on here, sir. Let me find it.
Oh
I
my
got some
goodness.
little thumbnail. Oh, wait a
I
minute.
was telling the homies I don't need my man Floyd to go out like Sugar Ray Leonard.
I'll get there. Hold on. First, let me
Yeah,
just since I clicked
that's a good point. He does keep the belt. He lived to fight another day as champion.
on. Yeah, but it's still not a good look. People
It
already
ain't,
talking about him
but
like damn dirty dog.
hell, he's getting paid in the shade.
Yeah. All right. So as you can see here, we're gonna have IBF Featherweight World Championship against Rais Salim and Angelo Leo. I don't know what the date is for this, but I am looking forward to it. Rais was last over in Japan, and it shocked the shit out of me. He beat Makito Nakano. Makito, he was 14-0, but he was sharp, and I want to say he has a high ass knockout average of 92.86, 14 and with 13 knockouts. Alim boxed him, outsmarted him. Shout out to him. He's gonna be fighting Angelo. That's gonna be a tough fight. But if he can outsmart Makito, maybe he can outsmart Angelo Leo. Angelo Leo punching. He punching. He's punching. Here we go, though. Give the people what they want. Yeah.
No disrespect to Angelo Leo, but I'm gonna need him to get his ass whooped.
Hey.
Justice for El Mexicanito.
Well, we already know how you get down. We know how you get down. That must be your guy, Vasquez.
No, El Mexicanito is little Japanese dude.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know you talking
Edward
about.
Vasquez fights though next weekend
Does he?
on Pro Box. Yep.
What's that guy's name that you talking about? Tomoki.
Yep. That's my dog right there. I like his style.
I like him too because he fight like a damn Mexican.
And you know he's fluent Spanish too.
Well, because he's lived there. He lives there. He lives in Mexico. If I remember correctly, I remember hearing. Well, it's saying he's in Osaka, but I know for sure he lived and trained and shit over in Mexico. So yes, we got the return of y'all's. Woo! Poor Floyd. Good Lord, him and Manny, they just can't go sit their ass down. That money. He's gonna be fighting Iron Mike Zambidi, I believe his name is, and he is an MMA fighter, if I remember correctly. It's not till June. But I tell you what, this is better than freaking Mike Tyson. Don't nobody want to see that. Don't nobody want to see that. Then, yeah. We got the return of Kenny Sims Jr. Quick turnaround, kind of, sort of ish. He's going to be fighting Arnold Barboza March 14th. And you got Gabby Fundora coming to defend her undisputed title. What are you laughing at?
Who says that? Iron Mike who?
You know, Mike Tiddly. Little tinkle
Zambidis.
Zambidi. And then Oscar Collazo, who, shout out to him, is number 10 pound for pound ring champion. 13-0. He's gonna be fighting Jesus.
You got him number 10 on the pound for pound?
Yeah, ring put him on pound for pound. Matter of fact, maybe I'll pull that up so y'all can see the new. Because you know Shakur's number 3, and I know the last time I was on here, I said that he should make maybe like 4.
He landed one of the cleanest check hooks I've seen last year.
Who? Collazo?
Yeah. I can't remember if it was against that dude Knockout. You ever seen Knockout before? CP Freshmart?
Name sounds familiar. Very familiar, actually. How come I can't find the ring? Here we
Yeah, I
go.
got hip to Colazo because of what's my man's name? He always had him as his avatar.
You got
Define
who?
irony.
You got you got who? I'm stopping who now? Say that again.
You know what I'm saying? Define irony. He
Yeah.
had Oscar Colazo as his avatar.
Oh, I thought it was always Jai this whole time. At some point, he had Colazo.
Yeah, wearing a little straw hat.
Oh, you know what? I do kind of remember. Yeah, I remember that. I do remember that. Now it's
Okay, so we
Jai.
got Usyk #1,
In the way, number two.
guy in the way.
In the
And
way,
#2,
correct. Shakur number
Shakur at
three.
#3. Wow, he
Yeah,
leapfrogged quite a few people.
yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I would have been cool with him being number 5 because you switch these two. So maybe 4. These two could go. I don't know what the hell they thinking. Until they fight again, I don't think they have any business being on there currently. Junto had such a tough ass fucking
Oh my
yo.
God, that fight got people doubting my dog. You see
Oh,
that
me
him?
too. And I like Junto but good. I'm like, maybe you shouldn't have moved up, homie, because there's some tough Mexicans on that whole card all night. I was like, oh my God, y'all are
Yep.
trying to kill these little Japanese dudes, but he's there. Yeah, he can stand to go down to number 10 for me. Devin can go up. I'll give him that. David Benavidez David could be number 4, number 3. Then I'd probably put Bam myself and then
I'm
Shakur.
not mad at Shakur #3 though.
um
Simply because, like, pound for pound for me is not just the resume, but how your skill set translates over the span of division. He started at 126, he's at 140, so he's proven from featherweight to junior welterweight that his style translates. I'm over here sounding like a fake ass Jesse Jackson with all these rods from featherweight to junior welterweight. Which
RP.
translates.
But
Yeah,
no,
I am somebody.
I am somebody.
And
I don't
David is
know.
proving it too, though. David is proving it because at 168, 175, and now he's about to make his foray
I mean,
into
okay, maybe
cruiserweight.
I'll give it up because I was about to say with Shakur, which again I'm comfortable. I was comfortable with him just making like 5th for sure, but it's something about oh god, I'm even lost my track of thought as to why I don't want this kid so fucking high. Oh, okay, no, I'm gonna give him some credit because everybody kept saying Tio was that guy at 140. Even though I don't feel like it, but he actually had, I guess, the hardware.
Yep.
Because he had the ring. But was he the guy, y'all?
For me, it's not so much a matter of whether or not he was the guy, but the ease in which he was able to deal with him.
Exactly.
Because
That's why I'm
I've
saying,
also seen
was
other
he the
qualities.
guy? Because he also, look at who Tio was fighting before he finally decided, y'all fight Shakur.
Yeah, but Tio's also fought some quality guys that, although
How long?
they were able to. Hell, Sandor Martin wasn't that long ago. That was at 140.
They don't give reverence to no Sandor though. We do, me and you do. We
Yeah,
even
but I'm
like.
saying for myself. Whatever, I'm saying for myself.
Yeah,
And Sandor gave him a damn good fight, but that fight was still relatively competitive compared to the Shakur fight. The Shakur fight, Tio looked like he ain't even belonging there. The man was apologizing for slavery. He was talking about it. He gonna hate himself and all
that's because
this.
he
Like,
looked like straight shit. Shit. Check out Oscar Collazo, Mark. He's at 105. Check him out. Yeah, I'm saying, look,
And then I also got to look at some of these other guys too, man. Like we could talk about what these guys are now, but in the moment, like even like a guy like Oscar Valdez. Remember after he knocked out Miguel Burchell, they would talk about this dude was the boogeyman at 130.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to go near that man with a damn 10-foot electric pole. And this dude, what's his name, cleaned him up. Oscar Valdez. Shakur went in there with him. I think Oscar Valdez probably won one round, which was like the fourth round or something like that. Shakur was out there just boxing and making it look easy.
Getting punched and make him have to boo-boo or throw up or one of the two.
Yeah. The body shot.
I can. Yeah. Okay, so how about this then? Let me ask you this.
Even a guy like the fight I sent you the other day, Jesse Rosales, right? You see, that was like Shakur's like 10th fight or 11th fight. That dude was 22-1.
That was a good fight. Look. So then does where do you think Devin stands? Should he be higher than number 9? Shouldn't he be somewhere up in this range too? I would definitely put them both up here. And I'm not crazy about Devin no more.
I wouldn't be mad at that. But the only reason why I see like Devin being a little bit lower than some of these other guys too is it almost felt like Devin had to get a little bit of that stank off him. So it's more of like a re-entry for him. I feel like had he not had that situation where he was wronged, I think they probably would have kept him up there a little bit higher.
For sure, but
this is like a re-entry. And then some of these other guys, you got to look at the divisions in which that they've spanned. And then also just some of the names too.
Not only that, well, the Ramirez fight is the offshoot of what happened. So
yeah. And that fight, and that fight was at 144.
Yeah.
But hell, to be 9, but to even be 9th in the world, to be top 10, considered top 10 in the world. When you think about how many fighters there are, man. I mean, like that's an amazing feat.
If we move them two off the list, though, he would move higher. Because them two got to go until they fight again. Especially Arthur. I'm really surprised at the fights he's been turning down. And I mean, he's 40, and to be honest, took that one loss. I wouldn't be mad if Arthur left boxing. You know what I mean? Plus, he had the injury so late. I would still love to see him fight again, though. But I know I was pissed off with this because I felt like he just didn't bring it like we know he does. And I'm trying not to be dismissive of Dimitri because I know a lot of people love Bivol. And I always feel like Bivol fought to his level of competition, but obviously that means something because he's still beating guys doing that, right? So I don't know. I hate pound for pounds, y'all. If you didn't know, now you know. I'm not a pound for pound type person. I hate lists.
Me either.
Yeah.
Because here's the one thing about the pound for pound, like generally, so much stock is placed in resume and achievement. When you know that oftentimes that's primarily a function of opportunity. And everybody's opportunities are not the same.
Facts. Factoids.
So it's like if you're able to find, hell, the main event we were just talking about, Mario Barrios versus Ryan Garcia. Like, I don't understand how the hell this guy could be in, what was it, like 4 consecutive title fights? It's something crazy like that.
Well, we know how. And somebody said it earlier because he's bringing the money. And, of course, that man who has no fucking shame, he just does whatever the hell he wants. And it's like the more people complain about Mauricio, it seems like the louder and wronger he gets. He don't even give a shit. But
hell no, he don't give a damn.
shout out to Chris Mannix in that interview. He pressed him, and ultimately Mauricio did order Usyk versus Aggie, or it's going to be ordered. I thought I actually read that he did order it, but shout out to Chris Mannix because he was on his ass. We needed that because this dude is a turd. And don't nobody want your stanking chain, dude. Just get right. Follow your own rules. That's just how I feel. So let me give you another little bit of news. Somebody for you to go look up, Ant. The WBO has ordered Shiraz to fight Bejic. This is Alam Bejic. It's the superweight middleweight championship matchup for the vacant belt. It's lined up for May of 2026. It should be taking place in Manchester, England. Let me get you a little bit of background on Alec, because we don't know who, or Alum, excuse me. We don't know who the hell you are. He's a German. 29-0-1 draw, 23 knockouts. Doesn't look like he's fought much of anywhere outside of, good lord, y'all, Austria. Most of his fights have been in Germany, Austria, look like Sweden. Nobody knows who you are, homie. But we're gonna have to find out. And I know Ant will do a little leg work. I'll do some leg work. And we'll come back. Yeah, I'll come back. I'm gonna let y'all know who this cat is. We know how the belt became available, so I don't got to do that. But yeah, this is gonna be Shiraz's fight for the WBO, and I can't remember who the hell was in those rankings for the WBO. Let's see, super middleweight. WBO. Canelo Alvarez is number one. And I did hear somewhere on a Hispanic channel that they were going to try to actually, that Canelo was going to fight Shiraz. So Alam is number 4. Number 3 is Jacob Bank. And then Hamza's 2, Canelo's number 1. So
I thought Canelo was number 1 in the WBC as well.
He is, as well as the WBA.
Oh my goodness.
And he's number 3 in the IBF, and you know how the IBF gets down.
They can't wait to put a belt back in that man's hands. That
No.
3% is different.
I don't. Yeah, maybe that is what it is. But according to some people, which I don't know if it's true, there's been times when Canelo hasn't had to pay sanctioning fees, even though Mauricio said no. I don't trust that fool. I don't trust that fool. But then maybe Canelo gives it up. You know what I mean? Maybe he don't have no qualms.
Maybe it wasn't sanctioning fees, but maybe there were a couple of manila envelopes. Yeah.
I have heard
handshakes in the shadows.
Yeah. I have heard that from someone who's like, in the fight game that these dudes know. So the whole thing with Shakur, even Bud, like they know, even going to another division and another weight class and another belt, I should say, another sanctioning body, you still got to pay. And I guess it's just whether or not these people stick again to their rules, because those are in the rules. Even moving around like that, you still pay 1.5 to 3%. But usually, if the fighters don't pay it, I was told that the promoters or the managers will pay. So these fighters should know these things. Does that make what Mauricio does right? No. This dude was trying to charge off a speculation of a purse like we. Turd. Dude is a turd. Anyway, more news. Yeah. The return of my girl, Lauren Price, finally. Let me see when was the last time Lauren fought. And she is a welterweight. I think she carries 3 of the belts. Because I want to say Michaela Mayer still has 1, and she will be coming back. She's moving back down from 54 to fight Lauren, but not before Lauren fights this Stephanie Aquino. She's nice. Lauren Price is nice. Lauren Price is, never mind. I'm not gonna say that. That's very disrespectful. They will be having a bout though. Lauren Price is 9-0 with 2 knockouts. Stephanie Aquino 10-0 with 3 knockouts. This is going to be taking place in the UK in April the 4th of April of 2026. So, and it is on another card, but the men headlining the card, I don't know who they are. Therefore, they don't matter. I want to see my girl, Lauren. I'm sure a lot of the gentlemen in here don't care, but Lauren can box. Damn it. She beat Natasha Jonas, and I was like, damn. Yeah. So, last one. Yeah. We're going to finally see Benavidez and Zerto. Zerto was supposed to have a fight before then. I have not heard anything about that actually taking place, so maybe it'll just be these two in May. And of course, there's no undercard for it yet, but we will be looking out for that. Yes, we will. That should be a good goddamn fight, man. Definitely looking forward to that.
Yeah, sure. Zero could box. He's
Yeah.
just slow as hell.
Yeah, and
He can box.
Benavidez, I don't know. I'm looking forward to seeing like what the size, because Zerto sometimes looks big, even though it's the same weight class, but then sometimes he looks a little. We gonna see. We gonna see, because the way Benavidez dispatched of my boy Yard, yeah, we gonna see what it looks like, man.
Yeah, that one hurt.
He did Yard
It
dirty.
hurt.
I
It
swear
hurt.
Yard was gonna cry afterwards. I was like, God damn.
You almost cried during.
Oh yeah, I mean, I
I,
almost felt like too. He
I
was
knew,
gonna roll without a
I
boxing.
knew Yard was going.
You knew he was.
Well, yeah, but the visual, man, I just wasn't prepared to see his nose.
Yeah.
Just it looked horrific. It was grotesque. I'm gonna just put it that way. That nose looked gross.
Oh wait. Okay, before I get to Ice God, let me 2 Cent. Don't be fighting tooth and nail here for Bibble. Don't you do it? How did I miss that shit? Okay, 2 Cent. Okay, I still say nay because he's been out. But I feel you. I'm not going to disagree. Ice God, welcome. Why do Latinos hate on black fighters? I have no idea. I have no idea. I'm sick of the division anyway. All I want to see is damn good fights from whoever the hell they are. So I don't know. You could give me an idea. Why do you think, if you're still in here? I don't know. I might be starting some shit, but there you go. Why do you think they do? Very interested in knowing that, and their fans too, because I'm so tired of these damn comments, the comment sections in these damn fights that be on YouTube. Oh my god, the weigh-ins, everything. It's just ridiculous. It's disgusting. But anyway,
at this point, I've learned to just close the chat.
I know. Sometimes I do, but I like to talk. So, in order for me to say something, I usually see something. I just ignore it because I'm tired of it. I get tired of back and forth all together, and I'll be wondering why they don't block people up in there.
They don't care as long as there's engagement.
Yeah, but
I'm just
people will
gonna
still
ride out.
people will still watch too. So that's why I say block some of them fools, because I know I be in there blocking people that be repeating comments over and over. Block. I don't want to look at that shit.
Copying and pasting the same message incessantly at that.
Incessantly.
I'm like, damn. How many times you gonna post that black fighters run and this, that, and it's like, oh goodness.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Just learn to just, like I said, because I used to say shit, but I'm tired. I'm tired. Again, y'all, this fight was tonight. This here, Alex Bray.
Yeah, in that box lab. You seen that
Yeah.
knockout that occurred on that card?
I missed it, so I was gonna go
Oh
back and
my
watch it.
goodness. It
Um,
was it
I
was
heard it was nice, but when
it
I
was,
look,
it was nothing nice.
no, I mean, I heard it was nice in the sense that it wasn't nice. Who was that though? What bout was that? Because they all are listed as TKOs, so I figured I
I
thought
saw it on
everybody.
X. Hold on, I'm gonna find it right now. It was Hernandez versus Lewis. Nah, that was not a TKO. That man went to sleep.
Fernandez versus Lewis.
Yeah, hold on. I'm a
Giovanni Lewis versus Jose Fernandez. Those are damn prospects too.
it was horrible.
Yeah, but they got it listed as a TKO because that's why I kept looking like.
Nah, there was nothing TKO about that.
Yeah, there's no KOs on the card. There's some TKOs, and then
I sent you the clip right there. There's nothing TKO about that.
uh-oh. Get ready. Let's see, y'all. Let's see what we can see.
That man was asleep.
Oh, okay. Hold on a second. Let me share my screen.
Yeah, I don't know where they get off
Hold on,
telling
it is
people that
super
that's a
loud.
TKO.
Pushing your fighter down. Huge left hand. Jose
Nasty.
Fernandez. Wow. What a shot. And that will be the end of the
Sir,
shot.
where the hell was your hands when that happened? I just need to see this. Hold on. Boy, you know what? You know something that I've been
lazy ass right hand.
something I've been noticing a lot lately that's really been disturbing me is guys with their hands goddamn like I am so sick of it. I ain't even gonna lie. Even Alex Bray tonight, he kept his left low all night and he was getting hit. Now he ended up beating Corey. You know, a lot of people feel like he got robbed. Whatever, Corey got robbed. Keep your goddamn hands up, man. What are we doing in life? What are you doing?
What a shot. And that will be the end of the fight. Third round knockout win for Jose Fernandez. Pushing your fighter down. Huge left hand.
Nasty. That is nastiness. That is beautiful violence. Keep your goddamn hands up. These people be so irresponsible too when they're in exchanging and throwing. I just don't know. I just don't. Sometimes I be like, look, this is not the same. These are not
And throwing
responsible.
that damn right hand from that range too. Like I don't know what would compel you to throw a damn straight right hand from that close.
It was low too.
Yeah,
And it looked not sloppy, but it didn't look. It wasn't pretty.
It looked all lax, right?
It looked lax. That's what I was about to say. He's like, no, motherfucker. Punch with some conviction.
You ain't hitting no damn speed
Hold the
bag.
phone with the other hand.
Nothing.
This dude's hand was right here. I cannot. Oh, I cannot. Yeah, and Alex
But
Bray
they had the result as a TKO.
Yeah.
There's nothing technical about that knockout.
It ain't because of the simple fact that dude
man
is
was
still
asleep.
This man laying on the floor celebrating, and this dude's still over there laid the fuck out. He sleep.
Yep, you can see the bottom of his shoes.
Still, yeah. Look, they haven't. You ain't even getting them up. Hey, yeah. I don't know. I know. Like I said, I feel like I'm tired of seeing the BS though with these people being irresponsible. Irresponsible. I know I have some other stuff. I don't feel like dealing with freaking Oscar. Oh yeah, I had Shakur on the thumbnail, but this has been drawn out, so I'm gonna have to come back again because I just want to know: is Shakur becoming the most wanted dude out here?
Yep.
Is Shakur? I think so too. I think Shakur becoming the most wanted, and
He's the money man.
no, that I don't know.
He's becoming the money man. I'm telling you.
I think it depends on what he does next. He got to do something big next. He can't do
I
no
think
little
he's.
shit
I think
stuff.
he's. I think he's right there on the cusp.
I can agree
He's
with
on
that.
the precipice of being the money man because you just set the damn record at MSG.
Yeah, and he said
Tiafimo was fighting in the small room prior
yeah,
to this at the
Hulu
Hulu Theater.
Theater.
No disrespect to the Hulu Theater because
No,
it's a respectable venue. I mean, it's 4,000 seats, but it's not the 21,000 they just did at Madison in the main room. And then that damn fight that he had with Claggett, that was in Miami at some very small venue. It was like 3,000 seats or something like
yeah.
that.
And then with Shakur, even people were I know remember people talking stuff about him. Um, I guess not selling or something, which is crazy because he was on ESPN, but the if I remember, the viewership was like out of control on his last fight with
Yeah, it was the
Outright.
most. It was the
So
most.
yeah, I don't think that stuff was ever really. But my only thing is he gotta fight some. He says he's looking for a money fight. You also need to fight somebody with a name again too.
I think so. I think so.
Yeah,
But I believe this is why these guys are calling him out now because they're saying that it's not just a long night. It could be lucrative. You know, when I realized that Shakur generated more interest than what us on these YouTube circles would like to admit, when that lawsuit, not the lawsuit, but when the petition happened after the supposed 25% offer from Team Haney. Did you ever read the response from Shakur's team?
no, absolutely, I didn't.
In this, they broke down viewership, tickets, and so on and so forth.
Uh
And his were considerably higher than Devin's,
oh,
which is why the sanctioning body, they decided that they were the ones who were gonna make him eligible for the 50-50 split. It wasn't Shakur. It wasn't that like this is what he was asking for. He said, I'm gonna leave it in the hands of the sanctioning body. Whatever they determine to be fair, then I'll accept that.
right.
But they looked at all of the stuff, the viewership. Like he did better numbers. He did like 1.3 million views. Compared to like some of Devin's like championship fights. And this was against guys like Conceição and a couple of other dudes.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was actually pretty surprising, like to see it in black and white, the Nielsen TV ratings and everything.
Yeah, Nielsen ratings.
Yeah, now some people will tell you, well, it's only free TV. Well, guess what? ESPN Plus wasn't free. You need a damn subscription. And then not only that, but all of the things that you could be watching and paying the most valuable asset that you have, which is your time and your attention, and you decided to watch Shakur Stevenson fight. Now, whether or not you like his style, you may not feel like he's the most exciting. Regardless of all that, people are tuning in when this dude fights.
I wonder why they be screaming how boring he is, which I don't think he's boring.
Because
Not,
they
not
probably want to see. They probably want to see him lose.
Sometimes I think it's that, and I think, to be honest, people really actually are amazed by the ability. They just don't want to admit it
Yeah,
publicly.
there's some of that. There's definitely
But you
some of that.
definitely want to see, how does this dude work? Because a lot of people we know say a lot of bullshit about being a runner and all that shit. And I don't know. Those are probably the ones that watch to want to see him lose. But most people know that dude's not a runner. He sits in the pocket quite often, but he's just a master of range and distance. And people, it's amazing to watch. And he might sit right in front of your ass and make you miss. I just wish he had the power in the hands to make you pay. That would be
I
right.
think he's got it. I think he's got it, but I think that he's reached a point in which he's not gonna overexert himself.
I think he also is mindful of the hands still. That's why I say the hands, because he breaks his hands a lot. And I think if he really punched, because here's the thing, just like Devin, ain't nobody walking through Shakur. He has obviously some respectable power, and I will never let people forget he just stopped Padley not too long ago to the body, and Padley don't care what nobody think about Padley. He's not a punk. Padley, I think, is actually a good fighter, and who a man who stays in shape and ready for fights, and a man who's stopping people himself. So Mark Chamberlain,
I was most impressed with that.
the stoppage.
No, Padley's condition.
Oh yeah, he's always in good condition.
But I'm like, yo, you get a call on what 4 days notice and you look like that. That means your ass is working year round.
Yeah.
Like, just in case the phone rings, I got
Yeah.
to make sure I stay chiseled,
And
'Cause
he's somebody people should look to be motivated to stay in shape, just in case you get that damn call.
Jadier Herrera had the same opportunity. But he
The
wasn't
same
anywhere near
man who was calling Shakur.
but he wasn't anywhere near
Shakur.
the WBC check weight.
Shakur,
He was out of
send me a
range. So
contract. Send me a contract.
then you got this
I got
dude,
fees,
the
I got
electrician. This man had a damn full-time job, and he was still in reasonable shape. So yeah, he definitely should be an inspiration in that regard, because you never know when the phone is gonna ring and what opportunity can put you over the top. Now this man was able to quit his job and box full time, purchase a home.
Shout out to Ghetto Turkey. That old Ghetto
That's
Turkey.
my dog, man.
Now, me personally, this is you call it a fever dream. Because this is what I want. Now, mind you, I think Shakur looked absolutely great. Just like I feel about Lamont at 40. I would love to see him just stay there and campaign there. But I would be a liar face if I did not say I still want to see this. And I love me some Oshaki. I'm gonna let this play. For those who ain't heard this man, he always talking shit to Shakur.
I tell you this much though, look, if he come back to 35, I'm gonna make it happen. Like, he ain't gonna have no choice. But I guarantee you this, he stay far away from me. I guarantee he don't come back to 35.
You telling him to go play with something safe. That's what you basically said?
That's what he gonna do, I promise you. Right? He talking about Conor Ben and I just want big fights and woo-de-woo, because he know he come back to 35, I'm gonna press that button and become a mentor, and we're gonna see.
Yeah, Shocky, talk your shit. Talk your shit, Shocky. Talk your shit.
But he's already been stripped though, so how the hell is he gonna press the button and become the mandatory?
You don't know how? Damn, I don't think I got a clip of him that. So here's the thing.
Does he still have the belt or no? This is what No, Shakur Stevenson.
No, but no, that's what I was going to explain. So, Oshaki has offered to pay Shakur's sanctioning fees, and he's talked with Mauricio. If Shakur goes back down, he could get him reinstated. Mauricio's agreed to reinstate him. Oshaki will pay the fees.
Mauricio need his ass, or somebody need to go upside his head. What is he doing? He's holding the belt for ransom.
You know, I'm telling you, I think
Shakur, I have your belt if you wanted it back.
The Chris Mannix interview, like, whooped up on Mauricio's ass. Like, for real, dude, just Mauricio ain't shit. But yeah, the Chris Mannix, I think that's really, I think that's the difference, because Chris Mannix really got in his ass, and he's nice about it. But Mauricio clearly was frustrated in that damn interview, as he should have been, because everybody needs to take you to task, dude. You're fucking up the 4-belt side. It is what it is. Nobody
heard the interview, and I'm upset with it.
Because
I already know it's some nonsense. Poppycock.
Should I play it? It's long. You got to go watch it though. For y'all who haven't watched it, Chris Mannix interviewed Mauricio Suleiman and took him to task about a lot of the bullshit he's been doing. All right, Ant just popped off. So yeah, definitely go check that shit out, because he had him sweating. He had him mean mugging. Nobody cared, Mauricio. You're a piece of shit, dude, and you're fucking up boxing. For real. You're fucking up the 4-belt side. You are making people talk shit about, here's my thing. Actually, I wouldn't be mad if they just said fuck the WBC, because you don't follow your rules. Funny how they don't have no problems. The WBO does weird shit. They all do they weird shit, but nobody is as flagrant as fucking Mauricio, and he don't give a shit. And he likes to flaunt that in people's face. So I don't give a shit. What does the US6 say? Belt to trash. You could throw that green motherfucker in the trash and we could keep the other 3, because at least they seem to be willing to follow their rules, especially when you start taking them to task. For instance, the WBO. Let me see. I just see you say something 2 cent. Whoever pays the $100K gets to keep it. Gets to keep the money, or gets to keep the fucking belt. Shakur gonna get the belt back, but Oshaki saying he'll fight him for it. Obviously, he feels like he can win. I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, I like Oshaki. I fuck with Shakur. I wouldn't say I like Shakur like that, but I can still see Shakur beating Oshaki for several reasons. As far as Oshaki just taking sometimes too long to get shit off. But I actually have seen Oshaki stay busy too. So it could go any type of way. I don't know who has the reach advantage and shit. I ain't looked into all that, but Oshaki's pretty damn good with distance too. I don't know, y'all. Either way, I know it's the fight I want to see. I absolutely want to see that fight. I've been wanting to see it. And when Shakur moved up and fought Teo, which I think it was already in the works when the whole Fulton and Oshaki fight went down, wasn't it? I think it was already in the works. If I remember correctly, the Teo fight was starting to be made. So it's not like Shakur could just sit. He could have sat there, but no. Again, Shakur and Teo is a fight we wanted to see because of the same class or era that they are in together. So I don't know. It is what it is. As far as I understand, Oshaki been calling out Shakur since 130. Make that shit happen. Go back down one time. If you can make the weight. He didn't say he can't. He said he's considering going back down to 35. Do it. I know he's trying to push Raymond Ford off on Oshaki. I'm not against that fight either. I think Raymond Ford is number 2. What does Oshaki have? The WBO? Raymond Ford is right behind Michael Magnesi. So to be honest, that fight could just fucking be ordered. To be honest, you never know what may happen with that. He's WBC champion, so maybe that's why he has a little pull with Mauricio too. But Michael Magnesi's number one, Raymond Ford's number two, and we know easily if he has a mandatory, they can make it be Ray Ford. So that's nothing. He could fight him. He could still fight Shakur too. Move your ass on back down to 35, 35, 35. Even though your boy's sitting there, but seeing as how that fool didn't even take the fight when he had the opportunity. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Javier Herrera don't even look that great. His last fight, it didn't look good at all. Defensively, he looks like he really needs to get his damn weight up before he start fucking with Shakur. Blaze, how you doing? How you doing? But yeah, I'm with it. I know Just Dude done took off on me. Cause I know he feels away. Oh yeah, we already talked about Collazo being number 10 pound for pound. And then the fight they got coming up, I think I took that. I did take it off already. They got a card coming up here. So yeah. Oh, it's another one too, y'all. That's coming up that I didn't talk about. But I'm definitely looking forward to seeing. And it's been in the works for such a long time. Finally, Callum Smith and David fucking Morrell. Let's go. I don't know what they be taking forever for. All these. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not mad. Negotiations need to happen and they need to be what they are. But yeah, Oscar Collazo is fighting on March 14th. Oh, that's what I meant to say about him too. There's a gentleman who's saying that the guy who Oscar Collazo's fighting, he said I think he's from Anaheim, California. He claims he knows him and he's stopping Oscar Collazo. I said, oh yeah, the number 10 pound for pound ring champion, Oscar, and he's like, yeah, and I'm like, okay, okay, let's see how that goes. Jesus Haro. So anyway, the shot won anyone with the belt. Oh yes, okay. So sorry, I got sidetracked. I just be all over the place. Yeah, Shockey wants to fight the winner of Jazza Dickens and Anthony Kakachi, but he also, I think he wants that first, but he's also looking at the Nunes Navarrete fight, right? I've always wanted to see him fight Navarrete too, but I thought by now Navarrete would have moved up because he's a Winchell belly. Like he's Mr. Winchell belly. He's a donut belly. I don't know why he's still at 130. Somehow he's making the damn weight. But yeah, he wants to fight James Jazza Dickens or Anthony Kakachi, whoever wins that fight. But no, that's another thing people were talking about. I mean, here's my thing too. With him moving up to 35, I think that'd be the first time Oshaki fights at 35. And Shakur moving down. When I just think about what we saw Shakur do to Tio, Shakur just looked, I don't care what nobody says. He looked bigger than Tio to me that night. He looked healthier. He filled in way better, which is why I say I think he looks good at 140. Would he be too big? I mean, and I don't mean, would he be too big though? Going back, would Oshaki fill in at 35? And it really, like if I was talking to my husband about this, he would tell me it don't matter. They didn't used to have the supers and all that stuff in boxing. They just added that stuff. All that shit don't matter. I don't know. But yeah. I had a whole bunch more for the Shakur thing, but like I said, it's already been on for a while. But I will play this from this guy. I don't know who this guy is. I know I see him all the time. Y'all probably know who he is. And you probably don't give a shit about this man. You probably don't, but we're going to listen to him blather any damn way. Yeah.
If we are going to put on our matchmaking minds right now, and we're going to really focus in on what is the most intriguing fight to make for Oshaki Foster. From a pure boxing standpoint, that fight would be Oshaki Foster versus Raymond Ford. Raymond Ford is one of the most underrated fighters in the world, extremely skilled fighter, just like Oshaki Foster is. And if you put these two guys in there at 130, you're talking about one heck of a world championship fight right there. You're talking about two Americans, both of which are some of the most skilled fighters, underrated fighters in the world, both of which would put on a phenomenal performance. And if I'm going to be as a boxing fan right now, that's the fight I want to see. And I get it. The Shakur Stevenson fight is right there for Foster. If he wants to take it, I will not fault him for taking that one bit whatsoever. But if you are going to make the best fight as a boxing fan, there's no fight better than seeing Oshaki Foster face Raymond Ford.
I don't know. I don't know if I totally agree with that. I don't know.
Like we were goofy. Like I swear, if I could fight this dude tomorrow, whenever, like we would get it in. Like no questions, no nothing. By the end of my career, that's who I need to put hands on. That's yeah, Shakur for sure. The friendly coming in my inbox trying to be friendly, but playing both sides with me and Savage. Just a lot. Then he played like he's so good, better than everybody. Talking about how much money he make and talking about like this and that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, even after the fight, you know, the fans was asking for the fight. Would he go on Instagram talking about I make this amount? Oh, I'll go starve and all that like goofy shit. So, you know, I wanna, you know, humble him. I'm gonna show him.
Live.
I'm sorry, that was loud. Yeah, he got smoke. I think that's what I like. I think that's what's luring me to this fight. I like motherfuckers who got smoke. I want to see that fight. Yeah. Who? Who, Two Cent? Who? Both? Either? Or? I mean, Shakur, like I said, that was the question I was going to ask tonight about him. Is he the most wanted right now? Murataya wants him. Abdullah, I just believe, will fight anybody. So I don't think it matters when you start talking about Abdullah Mason. Like, he fight anybody. Murataya, though, he said 35 or 40 for Shakur. I really ain't. I mean, I've heard Shakur talk about him, but he ain't calling him out. Again, I think Shakur's looking for big money fights. Oshaki fight Mason. I mean, I would watch it. One, because Abdullah would fight anybody, and Shock, I don't know. Like I say, I'll watch any fight, to be honest. That would be a big fight for both guys. I think so too. My only thing is, like I say, because somebody was talking about that in Just Dudes the other day, like, Oshaki definitely has plans at 130, because that's where, like, why would he want to move up to 35? Because he got legitimate something with Shakur that he needs to get out, right? Will he go up to 35 after? Because I'm pretty sure he's aiming for undisputed at 130. But why not? You know, hell, why not? He could, if you're gonna go up, fight him. And well, here's the thing too: if you go up, and y'all, yes, this is a stretch. You beat Shakur, you're gonna have the fucking belt now, so you're gonna have to fight the guys that's there, right? So I'm not opposed to that. I'm not opposed to any fight. I like Core versus Raymond. But I agree, Shakur trying to parlay his new fame. Yeah, and 2 cents. That's what I was trying to ask Ant. Is like, just because you get the big payday, does that mean that you're making the best fight? Because another person, okay, at 140, who I would like to see him fight? And I don't know. My concern don't ever be with the money. It's not my money. I don't really care if if these guys are making money. My whole interest is strictly the matchups, style matchups, right? I want to see Shakur fight Dalton Smith. I would like that one. I don't know if he'll pay. I don't know if he's a matchroom fighter. Because if he is, one, that'd be an easy fight to make with Eddie. He could fight over in the UK, which could make it big there, and it could mean money for him at 140 though. Because the reality is, if Shakur, and he could still stay at 140 and fight Raymond Muay too, because Raymond will come up. Then you have the whole Devin Haney thing, which I just don't think that's going to happen. Personally, I know a lot of people want to see it. He's saying 144 now. He won't put a rehydration on him, but he got to come down to 144. I don't see Devin doing that. I honestly said it earlier. I think Devin, Ryan, and Richardson Hitchens should go right on up to 154. I'm okay with Devin being at 47 though. I'm okay with that. Just depending. I got to see what he looks like against his next opponent. But that's the thing. He's having a hard time finding opponents, right? I just don't see him actually trying to cut 3 extra pounds to fight Shakur. But he's calling out Xander. So that's another thing that's making me think, well, he could do 54. And that's actually a fight I like. But there are guys at 47 that could fight Devin. I think Devin is just strictly going for the champions. But clearly that's not going to happen. And I told y'all a couple of months ago, he wasn't going to be able to run through 147. Because there's a lot of people that don't like Devin, for one. And then for two, Eddie ain't trying to just give you, he's not trying to let that belt up out of the matchroom, for one, unless you're with him. And we know Devin's whole thing is they're DHP and they do what they want to do. Well, I think I said this before, I think they're going to find it hard to just try to be independent. So long as Turkey's there, yeah, he has a way, but what is Turkey willing to pay for? I don't know that it's anything that Devin wants the Turkey's willing to pay for. So, time is going to tell. But there are other fights that can happen at 147 for me, especially within under the WBO. There's plenty of fighters. Rohan Polanco, who just got sick his last fight, so he should be free again. He should probably still be training. Tiger Johnson, which I think I told y'all I've been wanting to see that fight before the whole blow up happened. I want to see Tiger and Devin. I know people are like, Tiger's not ready. Tell Tiger that. Tiger's calling him out. Tiger actually has a very good pedigree. Again, he's a fighter. Can't tell these dudes they're not ready for something. Either he gonna get in there and try or he's not. And then Brian is number 4. Karen's number 3. There's people right there for him to fight. So, and there's more people at 47 he could just fight. Of course, he's Devin Haney, so it has to be money, I'm sure, attached to it with him too. But for me personally, I think these guys could just fill out their resume. If you're having a hard time finding people to fight somebody until you get what you want. I don't know. It's not my pocket, so I can't say. But yeah, Shakur got a lot going on. He got a lot to think about. I wanted to talk about Bill Haney saying Shakur is the easy work, basically easier than Loma. Like I don't know what the hell Bill be saying stuff. Shout out to Bill for that. But yeah. Anyhow, I think I'm gonna get up out of here. I lost my little co-host for the night. And I'm getting tired, I think. I've had a long day with the grandbaby. And I don't know when I'll be back. Because I'll be hitting the road again probably Tuesday. But enjoy the fights. The fight tonight, if again, for the umpteenth time, if you haven't seen it, if you still up, want to watch some boxing tonight or watch a little bit of something before that Warrington and Wood cart tomorrow, check out Box Lab Promotions on YouTube. The main bout was Alex Bray. It was a good card, I think, for sure. And yeah, to be honest, yeah, the Gabriela Tellez, who's Reina Tellez's sister, Danielle Pero and his brother Lanier, two heavyweights, trying to make their way out here in America. They did a good job tonight as well. Alex Bray fought Rodrigo Correa. He's a baby and he's gonna get better. I think he could have did better than he did tonight, but shout out to Alex. I think he's 11-0 now. Little baby boy, 19 years old. So y'all be blessed. Yeah. Y'all be blessed. Blessings to you, your home, and your families. I will catch y'all in these ScrewTube streets talking boxing. Please like. I don't really care if you share, but if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Next time I come around, I will try to have this more probably based back what I was doing before as far as actual breakdowns. And then maybe do news segments a little bit different or separate from breakdowns. Much love to you too, 2 Cent. Thank you for coming through. Stay warm because it did snow a little bit up over here. So stay warm. Shalom, y'all.